Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, bitches of all ages, Civil 20 and Company present Survivor Series 2024 Prediction Spectacular. We were hoping to get the host of PD's Awesome Guest Panel to join us as well, but unfortunately, he picked family over his brotherhood, but that's okay. We still have him. We have 4 other people here to join me. First off, everyone knows my longtime co-host, Mr. Cloud 99999.
Salutations. That is all.
Longtime friend and force master, Miss Sawa.
Hello.
And Sora, why is there a tree growing in our garden?
I have sprouted a beautiful friendship with a wrestling connoisseur.
I am Groot is the answer.
Hello, how are you doing?
Fantastic. Is everyone excited for Wargames?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Especially that it's in Canada, I'm very, very excited. Very
Are you actually going to go to the show?
I could. I want to. It's not really that far.
I would have imagined you would have had to get a ticket by now if you were going to go.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, I get a lot of
Oh, tickets are expensive.
If you know people, you can get it. Because obviously, there's people that just, scout tickets and this and that. But I know people who work at certain venues, and I can be like, oh, you know what? Because they do some RSVP tickets in certain so they basically be like, oh, this is the sellout, box out, gate, whatever this and that. But there's always extra tickets if you know people. So. Anyways, so what are we doing today aside from what are we starting off?
And we're going to go through the matches. We're going to give our thoughts on each one. Who we think or who we want to win. If we predict anything crazy is going to happen, just civil, passionate discussions. Which I don't know if you can have civil and passionate in the same sentence, but God damn it, we're going to try.
Nothing's civil between us two, so that's all I'm saying. There's going to be a war of words eventually, but I don't know which match, but
Well, yeah, with you and Tree together, if it's anything like last time.
Well, it depends. It depends. There is a main event. If said person doesn't say that team wins in the main event, then we might have an issue. But hey, you know what? That'll be a road we pass when we get there, What's the opener though? Not the opener because obviously we have 2 Wargames matches, but for the sake of the quality of the video, we're gonna save the 2 Wargame matches for some of the end.
All right, so we're saving the 2 Wargame matches for the end, and if we're predicting one of the title matches is going to be the opener out of the 3, then the match that I could most likely see opening the show, just because it's a triple threat,
right?
Yeah,
you could have a lot more fun with it. Is Braun Breaker defending the Intercontinental Championship against both Sheamus and Ludwig Kaiser? Which, correct me if I'm wrong, but is this Ludwig Kaiser's first opportunity at a singles title?
Second. His
Yeah.
first was against LA Knight when they did a show in when they were doing the Bash.
Yeah, his hometown.
Yeah.
Friday Night SmackDown Go Home show.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn, good for him.
But this is his first pay-per-view, I guess.
Yeah, I think this is his first big pay-per-view.
Sebastian the Beach thing was like a house show type of.
It was on SmackDown.
It was just on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what they do nowadays, which is actually smart, they actually do a SmackDown. But basically if they go to Berlin, right? They do the Berlin SmackDown into the Berlin show.
I actually like it because it makes those shows a little bit more.
What I like even more is them staying for another.
It makes it more entertaining too. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of the foreign stadiums when you watch them, the crowd is more into it. So.
Oh yeah. Way better than the U.S. crowd. No offense to the USA.
Yeah, there's only a few towns in the U.S. You can get a good crowd.
Yeah, And someone's like, New Jersey's louder than New York. What's up with that?
New Jersey gets less shows.
Is New Jersey actually bigger than New York? Like,
No, New York is a much bigger state. The fuck?
land mass wise or no?
Chicago's a
Land mass
loud
and
city.
population wise,
Okay.
New York's the bigger state.
Okay, so just making sure. Because Canada land mass wise is like larger, but then population wise,
Canada only loses.
Population
like
is all along the bottom of the.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's funny because someone was telling me like the population of all of Canada is like just a little bit over higher than California. Like California is like matching everybody in Canada. I'm like, whoa. Now that's but I guess the difference is it's spread out in Canada, while California is like California. So California. Anyways, California. Who's going first? Who you giving the privilege to?
Tree, run away with it.
Oh shit!
Wait, what the fuck?
Hey, you going first?
Tree, you're going first.
What, as far as predicting it or something?
Yeah.
Oh,
your thoughts on the match, like whatever you want to say.
It tells the story of the match too well. Yeah.
Well, the setup they've done, it's kind of been kind of short. I don't think there's been a huge amount going. I think it's probably just going to be, a good match. They're all good competitors. I feel Ludwig is there. He's probably going to have just a good showing, but I'm pretty sure he'll be the one that takes the pinfall out of all of them.
Damn, that's tough.
They're going to give him, I'm sure they're going to give him like a moment in that match where he'll show off and he'll look really good, but at the end, I'm sure he's in there to take the pinfall.
Yeah.
I don't know. My honest opinion about it though is with the little bit of setup that this match has kind of had, it's probably going to be Braun Breaker. They could do something crazy and have Sheamus win it, but I don't think they're going to do that yet. Because I know the Intercontinental is the last title Sheamus needs.
Right, to be Grand Slam, basically.
Yeah, but I don't think it happens yet.
Okay.
Nah, that would probably more could happen at WrestleMania or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's going to be somewhere else. I don't believe it's going to be here. They could do it. I'm not going to say it won't happen, but I don't think they're going to have Braun Breaker lose it quite yet.
If he does lose it, then he probably would not be the one getting pinned.
Oh yeah, that's why Ludwig is in this match to get pinned.
Yeah. Alright, so you're predicting Braun Breaker. Sora.
I've seen a lot of emphasis on Sheamus becoming in Grand Slam at some point, but people not believing the build-ups there. And I do like Sheamus. I want Sheamus to win, but I feel like the name that should not be named, but I'll go by his actual name, Braun Breaker. I feel like he's a good win because I know him by another name.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
I'm kind of curious. What is this other name?
Uh-oh.
I know him by the almighty Ninja Fish.
Ninja Fish?
Yeah.
Explain?
Yeah, is this like a huge indie thing he did in the past or something?
I wish.
I feel like that sounds a little weird. I'm not gonna.
I feel like this is one of those Sora-isms that we're just not meant to understand.
Yeah.
But explain anyway.
All I can say is up, up, down, down.
They really give him the nickname of Ninja Fish on Up, Up, Down, Down?
That's
Yes.
probably the name he gave himself then.
Yeah, he gave it. He gave
what
it
you
to
want your
himself.
name to be. I guess he gave himself that name on
Oh
that.
God, he gives a whole new meaning to Big Dumb Brute.
So why'd you open Pandora's box? And he did not have to say that.
All right. So from one Big Dumb Brute to another Big Dumb Brute, Cloud, save us.
Okay. What's understood doesn't need to be explained. Braun Breaker is the future of this industry. He is clearly one of the best IC champions or even champions in Raw, like currently right now. And I do like, the moment he got to the main roster to the point that he is right now, they've been booking him dominant. He's been eviscerating everybody. Obviously, they had to make him lose the title at some point with the Jey Uso thing just to tell that story for the Bloodline. But the fact that he instantly won that shit back, it almost kind of made it like an afterthought type of thing. It's like, yeah, we gave Jey his moment, but like, we're really investing into Braun. And I definitely do see like Braun going into WrestleMania with that IC title, which I guess alludes to the big story about the whole, like Sheamus win Grand Slam. The best moment to actually have him do that match would be at WrestleMania in the 1v1 scenario, which is why I think they're giving us a triple threat right here. With the whole like Lulu just being in it, not giving us the full presentation of like a 1v1 between champions, because they did that match on Raw and it had no finish. It was like a non-finish type of thing. So it's like I feel like they're saving that up for like a big show. So my pick will definitely be Braun Breaker, but I'll say this though, this match does definitely remind me of the. I think it was another triple threat like years ago. I think it was for the U.S. title. It was like I think Theory was chanting around it. Like they did the same thing. They had like the champion go into it, Mickey's champions about to lose, and he just like somehow gets the win at the end. But I think with the Theory thing, it's like he was like the. Yeah, you remember, right?
That was him, Bobby Lashley, and Seth Rollins.
Exactly. It's literally the
I knew exactly what you were talking about. It's like triple threat. I remember that.
Yeah, it's literally because I know it's because it happened at Survivor Series and they're just doing it again, except for the IC title. So, but I think this time it's gonna be a lot better because Braun Breaker is supposed to be portrayed as like that dominant champion. So it's gonna be something along the lines where Sheamus and Ludwig just wail at each other to the point where they forget about Breaker and Breaker. You know what would be cool? A double spear. I want to see a double spear finish. If I'm being completely honest. If not, then bring back the shell shock.
So you're saying like he'd would run the ropes and then spear both of them, but he'd actually land on top of them where he gets a double pin?
Matter of fact, make it like moment of the year. When it comes to Survivor Series Wargames, there's gonna be 2 rings, right? I want this
spear through the ropes.
I want this mother to be in the other ring because let's see he got broken and he just rolls to the other ring. It's like, oh, we can't do a match in the other ring because I can't pin him because obviously they made a rule. I'm assuming that 1 ring per match. I'm assuming they never ever say that it's gonna happen in both rings. So then he's out there just like chilling this and that. When he wakes up, bounces both like he does the whole rope bounce where he bounces from one rope to another to another to another, and then that final one he does a suicide through the ropes and he double spears.
Do you think he's strong and fast enough to move both rings with running?
No. One ring's enough, but that's it. Unless it's the force. Like they somehow make the rings weaker, and I doubt they would because it's Wargames because you need the 30 rings to actually maintain. But that'd be my predicted finish. Like he does like a slingshot suicide spear from like one ring to another. But if not, it's a double spear, and that'd be cool. And obviously having make him pin Ludwig, because have Sheamus for a lot, I guess. But that's my pick. Floor's yours, Silver. Top that.
The only thing I could say to possibly top that is if you're making Braun this dominant, unstoppable champion that will hold it all the way to Mania, then I can't see of a much more dominant way to end the match than stacking them both after the double spear and pinning both of them 1, 2, 3 in the same spot.
What do you mean stacking them up for a double spear? Like paint the scenario.
Like how how when Roman defended against who was it, Edge and Daniel Bryan?
Oh, you're talking about pinning them at the same time.
Yeah, pin one on top of the other, pin them both. Like pancake style.
Like for Ludwig's case, I have no problem with that. But you really want that to happen to Sheamus too? Like,
I don't think I think Ludwig is fully in this to protect both of them.
Yeah, right.
No, I agree, but I'm just saying that would be the ultimate make Braun look unbeatable by pinning him at the same time.
Do like a controversial.
More often than not, it is just going to be Ludwig getting the pin.
But you can do that scenario.
You
can do that scenario if you do that controversial finish where it's basically if he stacks him one kicks out but the other one doesn't.
Oh, that'd be actually really cool.
Yeah. So Ludwig doesn't kick out.
I don't think I've ever seen a double pin where one person kicks out.
Right? We've never seen that.
It's only ever been, most of the time both of them kick out. That would actually be really good.
Holy crap!
Yeah, that would be a hell of a spot if a double stack happens, but they both kick out.
What makes it so good because it would be Sheamus getting screwed out of his Grand Slam. He'd be like, "No, got screwed out like that." So then that would be the fuel.
Yeah, that'd be a really good way to set up for Braun and Sheamus to continue on.
Yeah, good job, Silver. You did top my finish, even though I think mine's more impressive.
Yours makes more sense, but like I'm just thinking like trying to make Braun as dominant of a champion going like to make him last all the way to Mania. Like a stack pin would be how you do it.
Exactly, and also another like I guess fantasy one, but I don't really see Braun ever doing this. But it would be a cool moment, like if he ever does like a top rope spear, because we don't ever see top rope spears in wrestling anymore. Like, and I think it's because it's really dangerous to do it. But like, anybody can really do it as Braun because I noticed with him, he just does all the
you know how that could work?
Huh?
Sheamus has Ludwig up for like the Irish curse.
Or
like the Celtic Cross.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like Braun jumps from the top rope of the other ring, like goes over and just spears the fuck out of Sheamus while he has Ludwig up for the high cross.
Wait, but does the high cross happen? No, or does it get interrupted?
Like Sheamus is going for the high cross, and then Braun jumps and like spears Sheamus from the top.
Yeah.
As Sheamus has Ludwig up for the high cross.
Oh, I see. Like Braun is up on the ropes already, and then just like
yeah. Wait, but then who does he pin though? They would have to Sheamus.
Well, again, I think it would be.
Well, I mean, it would be like he does that to Sheamus, and then like bounces. Ludwig's getting up, spears the fuck out of Ludwig. 1, 2, 3.
That's a good one too. Actually, okay. See, we came up with 3 good finishes. If they come up with a 4th one that we never saw coming, I'm gonna be shocked. It was 3 good finishes. Nothing's being a stacked one in my opinion. I ain't gonna lie. That was, oh man. Okay, so all of us is going for Braun except for Sora with Sheamus, right?
I would like to see Ludwig win, but realistically speaking, no way in hell.
Not now.
Not
hey,
now.
I just said who I wanted to win and who I think would win.
Yeah. Who I want to win is Braun, and who I think is going to win is Braun for me. But,
oh, I would love to see Sheamus win, but I don't think you don't pull the trigger yet.
It's
Braun breaking.
Yeah, exactly. I love Sheamus to the point where I'd rather.
I will honestly say though ahead of time, I don't think Braun will have the Intercontinental by WrestleMania.
Oh, well, then who beats him then? Going into WrestleMania.
Oddly, I would actually say down the road it might be Ludwig, and that actually sets up Braun being pissed at him and going after Gunther, and that's how you set up Gunther and Braun.
Interesting.
Gunther and Braun, okay.
And then you can have Sheamus be the one that defeats Ludwig down the road.
Got you. Yeah, they got to build
not a bad idea.
They got to build him up though. Right now, I just don't see him as a believable champion. And if he did win the title, like I don't feel like the title would be elevated.
No, they need to build him up more right now, though.
Yeah. So if anything, I'd rather now he loses, but then maybe Rumble time, maybe Elimination Chamber time.
When's Netflix?
6th of January.
Would that be enough time?
Hell no. Because that's unless they do something in the.
You're talking about it's a little over a month.
Yeah. No, but the thing is, in December, like, because this is the big issue with the pay-per-views right now. So we don't really have a pay-per-view for December, except for like they're building this big Saturday Night Main Event thing. So they're kind of
that's pretty much going to be their December pay-per-view.
Yeah, but hopefully it is.
They've been changing the names of the pay-per-view because again, with Triple H being in control, he's kind of gotten rid of a lot of the
gimmick. Right. But if you don't consider that a pay-per-view, then in January, then there's no pay-per-view in January, by the way. They
the Royal Rumble. Right?
No, they put the Rumble.
Well, the Royal Rumble normally happens in January, but it is right after January.
Yeah, it's February the 1st.
So they did the same thing, I think, during October. They had like 2 pay-per-views in that same month.
But they've done that before, though. Like it's always been like Payback and Night of Champions or whatever they freaking classic. Like they always done 2 pay-per-views every time in September. I think, because I always remember, like that 2020 with the Payback one. You know, it was summertime with the Payback, but I think that summertime wasn't.
Or did they do 2 this month?
This month was just
I think it was this month because they did the King of the Ring thing.
Oh no, not the King.
That was
of the
at the
Ring.
beginning of this month.
No, not the King of the Ring. The Crown Jewel. Crown Jewel was the beginning.
Crown Jewel, that's right.
Yeah.
That was at the beginning of this month, and then this one's so they kind of done two.
See,
Bad Blood was October. They were really promoting that one.
Yeah. Honestly, like, you know, I know, like a moot point, but like, I really wish they would bring me Armageddon. Like, that was like the perfect period to end December every single time. And Silver, if you say December to Dismember, don't talk to me. Fuck that. I hate it.
Well, you can December to dismember these nuts. How about that?
Oh, you got me. Got you.
All right.
No, but if you're gonna bring back Armageddon, then does that mean you bring back the Armageddon Hell in a Cell?
Yeah,
for the one time.
The problem with it is I like how they've done the Hell in the Cell as of late, though.
Right.
It has more meaning behind it when you have two people in there. That was a big thing that the Hell in the Cell was losing when it was just a gimmick.
Yeah, but like, because usually the December pay-per-view, but then they stopped doing gimmick pay-per-views was TLC. But like, they're like, no more gimmick pay-per-views. So they cut TLC. And I think the other one, which I hope they don't bring that one back either, was Roadblock. End of the line.
No, but you know what they could. You know what they could do for if they were to do an Armageddon Hell in a Cell.
What?
Like, but then they would have to not do Wargames. Would be, 3v3 OG Bloodline versus New Bloodline 6-man tag inside Hell in a Cell for Armageddon. But since you're doing Wargames,
the Wargames
kind of
basically
defeats the purpose of it.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind that for WrestleMania though. I ain't gonna lie, even though like WrestleMania has so many different plans.
Right, but back to the point with the Intercontinental thing. So is everyone behind pretty much Braun Breaker walking out?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I support Ninja Fish.
No, you don't, because you exposed my man like that. Like, you should have
Sora's gonna have a chance to redeem herself.
Okay.
Because the next match is for the United States Championship.
Ooh.
And it's Shinsuke Nakamura versus LA Knight. Yeah. Sora, you're up.
I feel Shinsuke hasn't really gotten much lately, to be honest. And I kind of miss Shinsuke. And his new look is actually kind of interesting.
Yeah, he's a Sith Lord now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good point. He does look like a Sith Lord.
I want to see them give Shinsuke something for this, because like he kind of feels like he's been a joke for a bit, and I kind of want to like bring some more attention to him.
Irrelevant is probably the better answer. Yeah.
So I kind of want Shinsuke to win, and I feel Shinsuke should win.
Oh damn! Over my
shots fired.
Over my other boy too. God.
Shots fired.
All right. Well, the shot was fired at you, so you can respond, Pika.
Yeah, I will definitely respond. Okay, first and foremost, are you out of your goddamn mind? No. You're not having Shinsuke in this first match coming back beating LA Knight. Because, like, LA Knight's on a roll right now, first and foremost. And I feel like anybody who's been watching the product, I'm a huge fan of Shinsuke, but it's just like he came out of nowhere and, like, he's getting his opportunity here. Like, I thought they would at least build this one to, like, Saturday Night's main event. But they just threw it on the Survivor Series card, which made me think in my mind, it's like, there has to be like a controversial finish or something, Like you could have like Shinsuke win, but he's not leaving the night with the title. That would be shocking, but like it wouldn't lead like to anticipation of like a big moment. I see that big moment happening at Saturday Night's main event. I feel like that's where they're gonna be crowning champions. That's where they're gonna have new champions, this and that. So if a title change were to happen, it would have to be that show. So I'm gonna go with LA Knight because he's my boy. And let's argue that. Like unless Shinsuke joins Damage Control, I don't want to hear that. I want Damage Control to be all Asian faction. We've been talking about this, So. But yeah, I'm going with LA Knight.
All right, so like Cloud said, LA Knight's been on a roll.
Yes.
Shinsuke, like Sora, love him to death.
Yep.
Wish they've done a lot more with him over the years. Like he's kind of. I might be wrong, but this is actually how I feel. I think he kind of fell off since, after he won the Rumble. and challenged AJ Styles for the title. When he failed that, his career was basically done at that point.
Yeah, blame Vince on that, by the way.
Yeah,
I agreed, but I'm just
Vince killed a lot of people that came up from NXT.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Black and Gold is
whoever Vince didn't kill, Tony Khan certainly did. When it comes to NXT,
let's not mention that. Let's not mention that guy's name because I'm gonna go on the rant. That was one of my rants before. You remember that?
Yeah. We're on WWE. We're not talking about that.
Yeah, screw Tony Khan, man, bro. Keep going now.
Not much of a better way to add fuel to the fire than to have LA Knight beat Shinsuke, and Shinsuke basically decide, like, I'm tired of being disrespected, I quit. And Shinsuke go to AEW and do nothing.
You're out of your fucking yes, sir. Okay. I saved some of my energy to you now. I was gonna give everything to Treat tonight, but like, hold on, what'd you say? You're telling me, huh?
I'm telling you that Tony Khan would probably do a better job building Shinsuke up right now.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
I mean, look at the masterpiece that he did with fucking the House of Black. Come on, man.
Oh yes, because the House of Black has definitely won titles that weren't like freaking tag team titles. Okay. Tell me what he's done with Keith Lee though.
Nobody talks about Keith Lee.
All right. You know what? Yeah, you're right. He was a nobody. What do you do with Adam Cole?
That was tragic.
Okay, let's continue down. What is he doing with? Actually, matter of fact, let's talk about Japanese talent. What the fuck is he doing with Okada? You're telling me exactly.
Who?
You know, matter of fact, yo, this is not an argument anymore. You're sorry, but you know some AEW names. Hits over some AEW names right
now. Mercedes?
Tell me what
Mercedes or that nobody gives a fuck about.
Dude, AEW's women's division is not great.
Dude, that shit makes me sad though, because they have the talent.
Yeah, no, they do.
Timeless Tony Storm?
Oh my god. You know what? At least he gave her her moment. He gave her her moment, but guess what? She's irrelevant now, though. Like, what the fuck is going on now? He's pushing fucking bikini models right now. Like, you know, shit. Like, I don't blame him. Like, shit.
You just need that fresh young talent from the land of the rising sun in order to rise AEW out of the ashes like a phoenix. Come on,
and her name is Mina. Wait, what?
Okay. Yeah. I'm in jail, baby.
Oh, you bitch! Oh, you mentioned that shit because I told you he was in jail.
I actually heard I heard a rumor way back that Adam Cole was possibly coming back to WWE.
Oh, he's definitely coming back. Dude, I can list 5 people right now that are just waiting for their contract to expire. Aleister Black, he's waiting for his contract to expire. I'm surprised Murphy re-signed again. Like, it might be something along the lines. He was like, Rhea's doing great in WWE. I want to do my own thing, you know. Yeah, in AEW, so there's a good separation with that. Rusev needs to come back. What the fuck is Rusev, bro? Like, Andrade somehow made it through. I don't know how he got out of his contract. Like, that's what boggles my mind.
I mean, if Carlito can't have Thanksgiving Day, can we get a Rusev Day?
Oh my god. Bring Lana back to while you're at it.
Yes, please.
And then, and also freaking keep Jericho, right, in AEW. We don't want him back, right?
Get Jericho the fuck out of AEW.
No, you want him back.
No, I don't. Let him retire.
So I'm just picturing right now.
His old 60-year-old dad bod is done.
So now you fucked up now. Now that you say that, he's gonna be future Royal Rumble surprise. Like when you hear Judas, like I'm blaming that on you. Like that's on you. So.
You know what the sad part about that is?
He's never bringing break.
If that's done as like his final appearance, and then he goes in the Hall of Fame, and then he doesn't wrestle anymore after that, I'm okay with that.
You know it's not. You know he's having one last run with the World Heavyweight title. You know,
not with the World Heavyweight title, but he can have one last run if he absolutely.
Oh, he definitely is because I'll put it like this: it's either the WWE or the World. The fact that they have the World now, they can actually use that to like, you know, he's gonna have like I don't know if he's gonna win at Mania the World title, but like hypothetically speaking, let's say it was, Owens was on Raw and he wins the World title, Jericho comes back, they rekindle that feud. You're telling me that's not a freaking night one main event? Come on now.
It would be, but that doesn't mean I would want to see it.
I know.
You know my stance on part-timers coming back and winning titles.
Yeah, but Silver,
you know my stance on that.
Silver, like, how I respect your Santino Tea Party segment, you gotta respect a Festival of Friendship, though. You gotta understand that's what
you respect the Festival of Friendship, but that doesn't mean it needs the fucking title.
Yeah,
but who was Silver's prediction for the LA and
LA Knight?
Okay. Yeah.
I also agree that it's LA. They haven't had a lot of build-up time here. I think they may do another match down the road. I think they'll probably make this a
two-party.
Yeah.
Because I can see
big matches
Survivor
between
Series, and then the Saturday main event, and then Royal Rumble. It all ends at Rumble.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
And then they could actually have Shinsuke Nakamura win it like down the road, but he's not winning it now.
Correct.
Yeah. You know what would actually be cool if they actually had a shake-up for like the Netflix on Raw? Because that would be a good match for like Shinsuke to win the U.S. title. The first Netflix on Raw.
Especially if you're not going to have one of the world titles change hands.
Yeah, so what I'm thinking is like just do that thing that they did before, like swap the IC in the US and put the IC on. Because when you really think about it, SmackDown, actually has the good wrestling. I think Raw has the depth. So it's like I want the workhorse title to be on.
Raw's got good stories going on. They're supposed to. SmackDown's supposed to be going to 3 hours here soon. So
exactly,
we'll have more time.
That's another reason why I want the IC title on SmackDown. The fact that SmackDown potentially can go 3 hours. And
you got to think that when Raw goes to Netflix, they're going to have more time too to work with.
Exactly, they're gonna have like unlimited. Basically, what I heard is like they can span for any 3 hours, 2 hours, whatever. They can choose anytime they can end it, and there's gonna be limited commercials too. So,
that's nice.
Yeah.
Although I'm fearful because Netflix's ability to stream things live has not been very good.
Right.
Just look at the Tyson and Jake Paul fight.
Yeah, that shit broke Netflix. Yeah, it did.
So we've got 1 for Shinsuke and 3 for LA.
Yeah.
Underdog.
And since I've sufficiently gotten Pika pissed off,
I'm
you know I was not serious with that whole Shinsuke going to AEW thing.
Oh no, but dude, I picture that manifested like Shinsuke McNamara is all elite. Bro, I see it right now. Like,
well, Shinsuke, he doesn't really wrestle as much because I think it's more his decision. He's been enjoying his side hobby, which has been surfing.
Good for him.
Yes, but what I heard
too,
this is not NXT talk.
I
know NXT
Good
is like
for him.
That show. No. Yeah, he's a surfer. But
so he comes back and does these things. But
what I heard, he was doing the Japanese tour for WWE.
Mm.
That's what I heard. So that's why he's been on what do they call it? Like a Japanese exclusion or whatever. Is that the word? Where they just like send somebody there to just have like a like a stint. Like because I remember he had the stint with Great Muta, which I wish they would have shown us that match, because I still haven't seen that match. And then and I think they even brought like AJ. They had AJ and Sora's favorite female wrestler.
Oh God, AJ. Yeah. Dude, I feel bad for him.
No, but is that a real injury though?
Yeah. Dude, he comes back and then injures himself on his first match back. That was not supposed to happen. He actually injured himself on his comeback. It was like,
that sucks.
Oh my god. Okay, no, but the thing is, it's not a big injury though. Like I think he could be back, right?
Oh, I think he'll be back for Royal Rumble.
But how old is he now? He's in his 40s at this point?
Bro.
Let AJ win the Rumble. AJ is good.
No. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that because I don't think he should come back or anything. But like the older you are, the harder it is to recover from injuries. That's so like at this point, since he's in his 40s, I'm gonna start getting more concerned about him.
Yeah. No, but the thing is, I don't believe maybe it is real, but the thing is, they didn't present it to be real on TV. Because like if it was actually real, like aren't the referees supposed to put the X up?
Like, only if it's so bad that the wrestler can't continue.
It should have been so bad that the match got stopped. He didn't finish the match. The referee, like, at some point was
Yeah,
like,
no,
okay,
they actually ended the match.
yeah, but the thing is, if it was to the point where the referee like it said, "I'm gonna end it," then he should have threw the X like a long time ago.
Yeah, but
Why,
I know it was a different time period, but like when Triple H tore his quad in the middle of the match and then finished the match, like, that should have been stopped as well.
the referee didn't.
He powered through it.
The referee wasn't aware of how bad the injury was. The referees weren't really that aware back then, as they are now. Like, there's a lot of protocol.
Like I said, it's a different time, but
yeah. No, but I'm saying
it could have been another scenario where like the wrestlers downplayed the injury just to try to finish the match.
Maybe you told them otherwise, but the thing is, like, the doctors were like, no, but this is the thing.
Like,
though.
I can picture AJ as that
this is the thing, though.
That level of workhorse.
But this is the thing, though. They had a commercial break, and when they came back from the commercial break, like, the doctors were checking on them. The doctors would instantly knew, like, oh, he can't continue, but he continued the match. That's why I'm like, they didn't stretch him out. I'm like, oh, this is a work. But then
no, it's not, because honestly, if it was, there would be something going on with him right now. The fact that he came back that one time and then has been gone now again.
And they never mentioned him like at all afterwards.
Yeah,
that's weird. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the injury bug is really scary in WWE because what I noticed is like MCLs, ACLs, and like shoulders, like that's like what's killing WWE. Like now they're recovering from it. Like I think at the beginning of the year, like last year, like it was like everybody was going down for leg injuries. Like especially the NXT roster. I don't want to talk about that. I think it's the NXT is the training that they have down there. Like they're pushing like because it was like Cora J, Kita. It was like everybody. I was like, what the fuck? Even So Ruka, your favorite, like she was taken out too.
I mean,
Queen Cora was injured. Aw.
Yeah, hell yeah. She came back and got injured, dude.
God damn it.
I mean, well, let's just take a page from Eric Bischoff.
Oh no.
Back better, whatever, right?
And then, oh, by the way, so we saw like a segment. Eric Bischoff's apparently coming back to NXT. I don't know if he's gonna be the new GM, but like I hope. Because screw Ava, or I hate to say it, like I'm not gonna oust you what you said to me, but like it was bad, bro.
I have the receipt in my back pocket. If you speak out of line, it's coming up.
Yeah, I'm definitely saying what it is because like we had to talk because I've been showing toward like the Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and I've been telling I was like, yo, SmackDown has the best GM, Raw has an abysmal poor GM. Like Adam Pearce sucks. Ava ain't better. Like she's actually like as worse because she's letting tag team like basically imagine like the whole like hardcore title situation, but with tag team silver, and every week just like the tag teams are just brawling and they're having like parts
of Adam really that bad?
Yes. Yes, in a sense, because he can't manage the show. Like he doesn't.
Worse than Bischoff?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
I do really want to see that match though with Axiom and his tag team partner in the Iron
Survivor Challenge. Yeah.
Yeah, and also defending their titles on the same night.
In the hell no. You know who might? Oh, dude, that would actually be cool if you do like I guess what you call like an NXT prediction too, because like Deadline's actually about to be a great show. Like I'm actually so like you know what's funny for like Survivor Series, I definitely see the men's main eventing with the whole Wargames shit, but with the NXT it should be the women's Iron Survivor Challenge. Like NXT is like women heavy, and it's actually crazy. Like basically, if I tell you some of the women run the show, the women will run the show. Like that's NXT right now. Like it's just like it almost feels like it's like an Evolution pay per view, but like we'll do sprinkle into it every now and then. But but with that being said, though, what were we talking? We're talking about.
Well, speaking of halfway the women running the show, the next match on the card.
Wait! Before we get, because I'm assuming you're going to talk about the women's war games, but before we talk about that, there are matches that I would have preferred to be on the show, but weren't on the show. So, like, I want to talk about like why the women's U.S. title like tournament didn't actually like conclude and like actually have the finals in Survivor Series. Like, I feel like they're saving that up for like Saturday Night Main, but that makes
they are. They've already announced that's going to be going there.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is like, wouldn't it make more sense for that match to be on Survivor Series if they booked it better than the IC? Because the IC that's more new. Like Shinsuke just came back like a week ago and they just gave him the shot. At least with the women, they've been building that for like 2-3 weeks, right? So
they do like a match a week.
Yeah. So that is interesting. And then a tag team talent match would have been good on the show too, but then they aren't doing the men's or like because Morrissey Machine Guns, I would have loved them to be on Survivor Series, but they're not. And then also Judgment Day, like they need to defend their tag titles. That would have been good on the show, but we didn't get that. So it's like I get it, like Triple H does like 4 or 5 matches on the card, but it's like I wish like it would have been like since you're gonna have both of the women's titles, women's champions being in the. It would have been good to have one women's representative, whether it's, or the women's tag team titles. Actually, yeah, that's what it is. Women's tag team titles and the WWE and World Heavyweight are all in the women's war game. So it's like I would have liked the US to be in them, but it is what it is. But anyways, so the women's war games actually, what we have is we have.
No. That's not the next match on the card.
Oh, I thought you were rooting for that. Okay, never mind.
The next match on the card, Gunther defends the World Heavyweight Championship against Damian Priest.
Oh yeah. Okay, you know what? No. I'm pulling an audible right now. That's opening the show. That's opening the show, and then it's gonna be doing Wargames. You heard it here first. I have the script. I really forgot about the World Heavyweight.
Wow, Gunther's gonna pull some men and woman violence to open the show. Fantastic.
No. He's opening the show, and then we're gonna predict obviously how it's gonna end because I feel like everybody should have the same answer, and then it's gonna go after. That's my prediction. Because I really forgot about that. Don't get me wrong. I want the IC title to open, but nah, the world. It makes sense for the world title, sadly at this point. But continue though. Who's the champion? Who's the challenger? So
the challenger is Damian Priest, who
yeah,
I forget the exact term the crowd used to chant at him, but it was like basically they would call him like the female or hot topic version of Taker or something like that.
I'll slap the shit out of you, sir. You talking about hold on, what do you call him? Bisexual Taker?
Yeah, stuff like that.
I'll slap this shit out of you. Sorry, what's going on, bro? Like, Dave cannot become this generation's Undertaker because of fuckers like this. Like you're ruining. Like, I get it. He does too much kicks, and I get it. He looks flamboyant at times, but come on, bro. Come on. He has an intimidating voice. Come on.
About as intimidating a voice as yours.
This, bro.
Yeah, you don't have an intimidating voice.
Exactly. I have a neutral voice. He has intimidating. All right. You know, come on, Silver. Get with the program, dude.
Does that mean you'd have to be a babyface?
The main reason why Damian can't become World Heavyweight Champion is just because Gunther exists.
Well, basically, but would you like to explain? Because we all went first, so like, floor is yours.
Yeah, no, I plan on going first on this one.
Okay, go ahead.
Because you're going first on the Women's War Games, so it's only fair.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm gonna go.
So it's only fair that each of us go first for one match, and then we can figure out Men's War Games.
Yeah, but elaborate though. Elaborate. Tell us what you know about the story. So.
What do I know about the story? Not much. But
I knew he was going to say that shit. I just watched his YouTube clips now.
I'd rather be honest, but
I don't know. Well, what do you want from
Damian was the former champion.
Okay.
And then Gunther beat him to win the title, and this is basically the rematch, but it just took months to happen.
Right.
Because of the whole Judgment Day storyline, but
right.
Mm-hmm.
Now Damian's finally getting his rematch for the title. Unfortunately, WWE is too high on Gunther, and this is not one of the major, like top big 3 pay-per-views. So like Gunther's not going to lose the title now.
Well,
it'll be a hell of a match, but
Survivor Series is not top 3 pay-per-view.
But it's not one of the big 3. It's like number 4 or number 5. Because you have Royal Rumble.
Series has dropped off.
Yeah. You know what?
You have
like
SummerSlam, Rumble, and Mania are the big 3.
Are you saying that because they stopped doing Raw versus SmackDown, bro? Like,
I think they have a chance to make King and Queen of the Ring one of the top 4, though.
Yeah, I can see that being the new Money in the Bank, though.
But like I said, Survivor Series could be like number 4, number 5, but like it'll never be more important than SummerSlam, Mania, or Rumble.
Yeah,
in terms of the company, which is my main point to that.
Yeah, and also just chime in, like the Rumble is my favorite pay-per-view of all WWE. Just saying, it's always the best.
Yeah, I can see why.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, WrestleMania, the pageantry, the showcase of Memorial is amazing, this and that. Like, and knowing what they're doing with the night ones and night twos, I've been loving these WrestleManias. But just Raw Rumble is unpredictable. You don't know who's coming back. And now the whole fact, like, legends can be a part of this. They built a whole crop of NXT people, so it's like, oh my god, like it could be literally be any. Oh, and returning names, whoever fucking breaks free of Tony Khan Man's dungeon, like they can be. I'm going, holy crap, is that freaking Kenny Omega? Like, I'm gonna lose that shit, bro.
Oh, the day Kenny Omega goes to WWE, oh boy,
that's gonna be AJ Styles.
That would be the modern day equivalent of Sting finally showing up.
Yeah, but I see it though. If AJ made it to WWE, Kenny can do it too. Because I think I don't know what.
Oh, but it's more of a would Kenny want to go to WWE?
Oh hell yeah! Because
sure?
Cody,
but you have CM Punk there.
Okay,
that is true.
About
that is true.
about that, you're absolutely correct. But like I just have been reading things lately because you've noticed like Kenny he's not been like on the product lately, so he's just been doing interviews. He's been talking about like whether topics of his company in WWE, and like I don't know, I just get the vibe in a sense where it's like he was a part of that whole like problem, but it wasn't that he was adding to the problem. He was like strung into it. I feel like the Young Bucks and everybody was like, "Hey, yo, well, you got to do what you got to do, this and that." And he did things out of like so. I feel like him. If anybody can squash a beef between like the elite stuff and Punk, I think it could be Kenny. Young Bucks and Hangman, no, hang them in the gallows, bro. Like,
but would he be able to squash that beef without the elite thinking he's turning on them?
He would have to leave AEW first, and I think I do see him leave AEW. He's gonna be that because I think if any example was the case with Cody had it all. Now he has it all and more. And it's like he didn't ever have to leave that. Like he was secure. He had a TV show. He had reality. He had a Hot Wife. He had everything on that show. Tony Khan was giving him everything. You are the face of AEW. And he said, "Hey, you know what? Like, I'm like, if I'm ever gonna come back to WWE, the time's gonna be now. And I know Vince is in charge. I'm still gonna do it. And look what it is today. Like, even though Vince fucked him up in '39, like Vince didn't exist for 40, and he got his moment, and now he's a bigger star than he ever would have been in AEW. And I feel like people who see that, or people who are close to Cody, are gonna be like, hold on, like there is a possibility in that. Because I think Triple H is gonna be that guy. I could be wrong, I don't know, but like he just comes off as a guy who's like, hey, you work in AEW, but hey, guess what? Things are different there. You come here now, you make us money, we make you famous. Like I feel like he has the business mind, and if anybody who stated that business mind is Punk, because Punk and Triple H were like the enemies for like years, and the fact that they could squash him, you're telling me he has squashed up Kenny? Like they can't ever talk about it though because of the NDA shit, but yeah, I feel like they could definitely squash it. Like how was it a squash? Like if Brett and Sean could squash what? That's the thing. If Brett and Sean could squash what they did Survivor Series, whatever, that was worse in my opinion. Like I don't know, because I feel like that like was years of resentment, and then what added on with his brother's death and this and that. It got to a boiling point where Brett should have just been like, yeah, I'm done with WWE. I should never. But he forgave him. But what happened with his brother and he forgave him with Sean? And knowing what's going on with Punk nowadays is him just being in the forgiving mood. I low-key think Kenny Omega comes, they have a talk, bygones be bygones, because a lot of people doesn't really like Kenny Omega. I feel like it could work, but it's just Hangman, persona non grata. Young Bucks, persona non grata. Freaking what's called Jungle Boy, like yeah, may you rest in peace. I don't know. It's crazy that to me in my eyes. Actually, you know what? They're all like enemies, but at the same time, like I'm kind of like happy that they did what they did, because when you really think about it, that whole butterfly effect needed to happen for Punk to come back. So realistically speaking, like I do like him a lot for doing that shit, though. But I don't like the approach of like how it happened, though, because I feel like Tony Khan should have been a better boss and de-escalate the situation. But no, it was something that was building and building and building, and then it blew.
He just doesn't have the business mind. That's the thing.
No, but the thing is, he can hire somebody that has the business mind. Look at all the amazing minds that he currently has. Yet I want to book the show. Yet I want to.
Yeah, but he wants to keep it as a boys' club, and that's the problem.
You said it best. That a boys' club. That's why the women's division just means nothing, bro. Like they don't have a woman, woman leadership figure there that actually would like. Because I would have somebody like, what was that woman that was doing the whole like practice runs in WWE and like Sarah Del Rey or whatever. Like if they had her,
Sarah Del Rey, yeah.
Yeah, if they had her as the lead, women's match coordinator, this and that, AEW women's division would be like spectacular. Like Chris Statlander would be somebody. Freaking all these other people would be somebody. But I feel like they're all just gonna be in that bubble of like, we're about a breakthrough, but we're never gonna be higher the main guys like MJF and et cetera, et cetera. By the way, that's another name that's going to appear in the Rumble. MJF, like he signed, but I feel like this is a short-term contract that I think in the next probably like 3 or 4 years he would definitely, because he's still young, he will definitely make the jump to WWE. But
Okay.
yeah, but hey, I could be wrong though. He could be a lifer.
Yeah. Gunther and Priest.
Oh yeah, Gunther Priest. Yeah, I don't really care.
Yeah, Gunther's winning. It's gonna be a hell of a match because Damian is a great competitor, but it's just not his night. Even if the rest of the remnants of the Judgment Day that are on his side, if they're already left, interfere, Gunther's still not losing. But that's just my thought. Tree, you're up next.
Yeah, honestly, this was a match that I expected to happen down the road, especially with all the ones that were happening before. They were really having Gunther face a bunch of people who, in a sense, question his reign. And Damian was the last one on that list that really questions his reign due to the fact of when he fought him, the whole foot on the rope thing that went down. That Balor did. So, yeah, Gunther's going to win this, but this is like the final thing to kind of solidify Gunther's reign to where there is no doubt.
Right.
He's beaten anyone who could possibly have doubt. That's why they had him beat Sami Zayn, because the fact is Sami beat him at WrestleMania.
Right.
So they've been having these people face him to clean his record. I don't think Gunther's going to lose the title anytime soon, because whoever they choose to finally beat him is going to be a star.
Oh yeah.
Dominic Mysterio.
Hell no. You tried though. You tried. Hey, if it makes you feel better, he won ESPN a year of the youngest. Like what was it? You saw the article? What was it called? ESPN. What? So you see there's like a rookie list that they said like Dominic Mysterio is like the best rookie of this generation or some shit. I don't know why ESPN did that, but like I guess they do have a point with how versatile he is.
Well, it's due to the fact that how fast he's risen. And in all honesty, if you can be the biggest heel in the company, you're doing something right.
Right.
It doesn't matter if you're the most hated or the most liked. If you can get a reaction out of the crowd, you are succeeding.
Exactly.
And Dominic's fucking succeeding.
Exactly.
I'm gonna find a shit right now. Actually, you're gonna be like shocked. Hold on, because I think
Oh, he's not bad in the ring.
No, I think he's great. I just think he's not world title level yet. Okay, so here's
not yet.
Here's I'm gonna go top 17 because I go to 17 right now. So they have Hook in 17, which is Taz's son. They have 16 Jordan Grace, which is fantastic. She's doing great, and she's, by the way, that's something who's getting signed to WWE. Like she might actually be in the Rumble. They have Theory in 15, Austin Theory, which is good. Chris Statlander 14, and who have been King. I don't know the WWE guys, but Kaido. Braun Breaker's 11. Rhea Ripley is 4th. Tony Storm is 3. MJF is 2, and Dominic Mysterio is number 1. So they put Dominic Mysterio over MJF. Just saying. But yeah. I don't know what ESPN was thinking, but like, hey.
Right, so we got what, 2 for Gunther so far. Who's next?
Oh, I'll go. So basically, just to reiterate what you guys are saying, it's basically the same old. But I'll say this though, I do like some, like as much as it doesn't look like I really care about the build. They actually did a good job building the match from Damian's side, because this was probably like the most vulnerable I've seen Gunther of all his runs since NXT. Like they're doing the whole like, oh, you lost to Cody and the what you call it, what was it called, the Crown Jewel Championship.
And my honesty about that, Gunther should have fucking won that. They should have never had Cody win because it painted him as the golden child. It's like, dude, what the fuck? You know, you could have had Cody lose it, and it would not have hurt Cody.
Thank you for mentioning that, because I do have something to say to that, but like, I want to add on to that. That's another match I would have loved on this card. I actually know I got to talk about this because it actually does bother me, and I know why they didn't do it, but I got to out them. They did what you call LA Knight and just for the IC title. They did the US title thing perfectly fine because they've been building that up for like weeks, right? why the hell did we not get Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes for Survivor Series?
That's actually on the card for Saturday Night Live.
Exactly, but why not?
They're doing more build up.
That's your claim or your what you think it is. The reason why they put it because they want to build that match even more.
That's what I believe. Yeah.
What about you, Silver? Why do you think they didn't do it for Survivor Series?
I just think they didn't want to do an even number of matches, and you don't want to quote unquote blow the load too early with Cody and Kevin. So yeah, I agree.
Right.
Build it up a little more.
Right. Okay. So what's your thoughts on that? Like, why do you think they didn't do Kevin?
I mean, they already got like something big with the bloodline going on, so
yeah, that's a good point.
Don't want to like see which one is going to overshadow which.
Okay.
So it'd be good to separate them.
Okay, I'm gonna believe.
One of them involves the golden child, as it were.
No, thank you for mentioning that, because this is what's gonna get me on this rant right now. I'm gonna assume what all you guys are saying is true, which is perfectly fine. If that's the case, then that's gonna help me sleep at night. My issue, I think, what it is they're not doing Kevin Owens and Cody for Survivor Series because where's Survivor Series being held at?
Canada.
Oh yeah, Canada.
They
don't want to put Cody to look at. Yeah.
And that's stupid. I don't care. Let him get booed. If Kevin was right, let him get booed. They're protecting him. Fuck WWE for that, bro. I don't give a fuck. Because they had Roman get booed in all these places. They had Cena get booed in all these places. They had like every.
But Roman was the heel. He was supposed to be getting booed.
No, I'm talking about when Roman was the big dog.
Yeah, but that
Roman was in control. They fucking
not knowing how to.
Yeah.
That was just mainly a Vince thing, like Vince shoving Roman down everyone's
No, but
throat.
that's what I get it.
Not like Cena was shoved down everyone's throat.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But what does Roman at that time, Cena at that time, and Cody and this time all have in common? They all were the top faces.
They all were the number one babyface, but
yeah,
Roman was the least skilled out of the three.
So no, correct. But what you do is you put them to the test and you set them to you put them to fire. And the biggest
what happened when Roman and John were together in a promo? Like Roman got fucking destroyed. Lost his credibility for years.
Hey, so you telling me
there's some instances where you just don't want to do the test live on TV.
Bro, so screw your can't teach all the new dog old tricks. That bullshit. Like I'm not trying to hear that.
Am I wrong, Lou?
I mean,
it's called the promo, kid. You're gonna have to learn how to do it.
Yeah.
There's one old dog that
was not a plan. That was not a planned thing being said. That was Cena saying that.
I know. It was off the script and I loved it. But what are you saying?
There's one old dog that picked up a good amount of tricks. I think R-Truth picked up a lot of Cena's moves, man. You got that right, dog?
Listen to me. Cena's on his retirement shirt. If he does not have a match against R-Truth, bro, what's the point of that? I need to see the mirror match.
Is that a mirror match?
I need to see that mirror match, yes. And I need to know which AA is more powerful because the R-Truth was more powerful.
Their last match was actually pretty good.
Oh, you mean that
when Truth challenged Cena for the WWE title.
You're talking about Capital Punishment?
That was the one that was like in the Capitol or something like that, wasn't
it? Hell no. They had fake Brock on that show. Hell no.
I'm just talking about Cena versus Truth. Like it was actually like for what it was actually a pretty decent match.
It was. The only problem
I wouldn't put it on a match of the year caliber, but it was fun.
No, I agree with you. But the thing is, the worst part of that match was R-Truth losing. Like we gotta talk about that.
Well, I mean, the worst part of any match involving Cena wins, but you know.
No, but like you forgot the LOL.
Especially around that time.
You gotta add the Cena wins LOL.
There's a reason why that meme Cena wins LOL exists.
Yeah, but
Roman wins LOL. Cody wins.
No. There's nothing funny when.
That's why. Like I said, the whole Cody beating Gunther that hurt Cody more than it helped him. Because now it's everyone looking at him. Oh, he's the golden child. He's never gonna lose.
Yes. Yeah. I agree with that.
He needed to lose against Gunther, so that way he got some of that underdog credibility back.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But to my argument, though, it's like, yeah, maybe it's not the best idea to have Cody go out there and get booed heavy. But the thing is, like, that's what's cool about wrestling, though. Because like if you take the crowd out of Money in the Bank 2011, yeah, Cena and Punk had a really great match, but the crowd is what made that shit iconic. So like just seeing like Cody get extremely booed and seeing freaking KO get extremely cheered because he's been babyface for like how long right now, and it's like he won't get a monster reaction like that, like unless he's in his hometown now, and knowing that like the whole point of his because he hasn't been following the program is like Kevin Owens has been making a lot of great points. He's saying legitimately, I feel like you betrayed me. Everything that's happening right now is all your fault because I've been like supporting you since you came back. He told the full story. He's like, you came back. What did I do? WrestleMania 39, help you win. And guess what? Like what happened. And WrestleMania 40, who was in that ring with you when you finished the story? Me. Who who brought like red all this like he brought all these like amazing points, and it's like I feel betrayed. I feel like you wronged me. What do you got to say about that? And Cody's like, he's like, I don't know, man. Like he deflected it in a way where it's like, no, it's about you and your insecurities and this and that. And people say, you betray people, this and that, but in reality, you're just not content, or you just hate who you are, and you're deflecting this and that. And it's like that's such a heel thing to say. So it's like if they would have done that shit, like I don't know, because Bash and Berlin, don't get me wrong, I love that match, but like it was missing the actual animosity and the fire that it needed. Now they're gonna do this in Saturday main event, but guess what? It's gonna be like the regular crowd because I'm assuming they're doing it. Like I don't know what the location is, but it has to be somewhere in America, I'm assuming. So it's like you're gonna have people like you're gonna get a mixed reaction. There's gonna be people that are gonna cheer Cody, they're gonna boo Cody. There's gonna be people that are gonna cheer Kevin, they're gonna boo Kevin. But you do it at Survivor Series, it's it. Yeah, that's an iconic moment right there. But that being said, like I would have liked that match on the show, but it is what it is. But yeah, I'm going with Gunther by the way. Like if it, but yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Wait,
I don't think there's anyone here that wouldn't be picking Gunther for this.
So what? We just need Zoe's the last one for this.
Yes, or what you got? You're the tiebreaker. Not really.
So, fun fact, Sora was going to go before Cloud, but I had to step out, so Cloud's covered.
I had to.
So, like, the build-up with Gunther losing, and then after that questionable win with Damien, and then him being all, like, meek about it, and now being street trash to Damien, it's just like a win for Gunther would do good to like help rekindle the so-called spark.
Yeah, exactly. Because they're painting him as a loser, even though he's not. Like he only lost like 2 matches this whole year, bro. What the fuck? That's
yeah.
Bro, he has a ratio of just losing 1 match every year. Okay, but now he loses 2. He's a loser. Fuck out of here. By the way, I'll name the people that Gunther has lost to. By the way, so obviously Ilya Dragunov beat him. Fantastic, wonderful, amazing match. Braun Breaker beat him, which is why he's the GOAT. I'm just saying in the future WrestleMania main eventer. Then I think it was Sammy, and now it's Cody. So 4. So he's only lost like 4 people in all his whole in WWE, which is
yeah. Although,
unless you count Rumble eliminations as losses.
No.
But if you're only counting pinfalls,
he did lose a match against
you're
talking
about the count out. Yeah, you can add that if you want. Yeah,
technically that's a loss.
The Chad Gable count out. Yeah.
Wait, but that
was technically his first blemish as IC champion.
Yeah.
Wait, I just took it in. That was
part of the story.
That was his guaranteed loss that year, right? I feel like that was the only time he lost. It was the so that year he didn't even get pinned. He just got cut. So yeah, they broke the ratio this year though. Yeah, 5 losses. Yeah, so he's dude. And the thing is, someone told me the stat like he's been like a champion like probably 78% of his whole run in WWE, and he's been in WWE for what, like 6 years now, almost. It's like 5, 6 years.
Yeah, if you count the United Kingdom title, yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely counting since the moment he signed that contract and he was Walter. Up to now, he's been a champion 78% of his whole career. Wow, that's actually scary. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So with I think we all gave our predictions. What's next one?
Hey, Gunther is literally Triple H's main guy, except for the fucking past pay-per-view. Which
the fact that he survived Vince is to this day is like that anomaly. Like Vince was gonna ruin him eventually. But
Vince was planning on it, but it's because Gunther lost all the weight. Vince said something about his weight, and Gunther went and lost his weight.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I think
Sure.
that's what saved his career with Vince was the fact that he listened to Vince and did that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Shout out to Gunther then. Damn, then like yo, shame on you, Keith Lee, for that tweet then. If y'all remember the tweet or not, like it was the day when he got,
Nope.
it was the day when he got his name changed and he was like, he said something along the lines like, "Oh, I'm afraid of what they're gonna do with Walter." I know I heard really bad news about Walter. Hopefully, what I heard it wasn't really true, and it aged poorly because like since he became Gunther, he's elevator even better than who he was as Walter, and Keith Lee's kind of like.
It may have aged poorly, but the fear wasn't exactly unfounded.
I know, but like I feel like it was like
Let's be fair with it.
like he had sarcasm to that shit though. I feel like there was something about it that was like, oh, like he's joking about it, but like in the sense
He has
like,
sarcasm and he has personal experience with it.
yeah. Oh yeah, because the Bearcat. Oh no,
Yeah,
don't talk about that shit, bro.
exactly.
Yeah. All right, what's next? What's on you?
Well, you're up.
All right, so we got the main event, the Women's War Games.
Well, the co-main event of War Games.
I know. I'm trying to see if I can get a reaction out of you, so it didn't work. But so we have what's called the babyface side and the heel side. The babyface side, in my opinion. Okay, one thing I want to mention ahead of time, I think me and Tori we talked about this too. Is like this year with War Games, I feel like if they didn't have a really good story for the women, they should have just not done it. Because I feel like they're just doing it for the sake of doing it this year. And what even made it more apparent is if you watch NXT and like seeing how like they're carrying their women and they're actually doing like women's factions and you brought all this talent and this and that. If this was the year they said, hey, you know what? Either we're not going to do the women's War Games, but if we're going to do the women's War Games, it's going to be an NXT special. That Triple H would have cooked. That was the favorite of the year right then and there. Because I don't want to mention all the names so you're not familiar with them, but let's just say like Triple H brought some high caliber like women to you know who Julia is obviously, but like there's like a lot. Like,
yeah, but the issue with doing it from NXT is the fact that you get the hardcore fans really into it, but you would lose the appeal from the casual fans because let's be honest, a lot of casual fans don't watch NXT. They would be like, "Who are these people?"
The thing is, I would have said that shit like 4 years ago, 3 years ago.
It's still I hate to say it, it's still a thing now too. It's not as big of a thing as it was before, but it's still a thing.
Yeah, what are you gonna say?
Two things.
What
is Speed?
Oh, Speed, he's a content creator. Like he actual Speed, like I showed him me.
I don't know what WWE Speed is.
Speed.
Oh, that's the fucking Twitter thing they do.
Wait, but okay, question.
Oh, sorry, X.
X,
yeah.
But wait, is that shit canon?
What?
The Speed, like it's whatever.
Oh, they still do matches since.
No, but I'm saying does it matter? Does anything that happens Speed factor into anything on Raw, SmackDown, and
they talk about it, but it's like those titles they win on them, they don't come into play.
So it's like partial.
People that hold it are Andrade and Candice LeRae. I mean, you don't see them carrying those belts around.
That's what I'm saying because we see them weekly, but then like we don't even get the name card that they're Speed champion. They mention it, but they don't even bring the title. So it's like, and then they mentioned the whole like Speed thing with Braun and Sheamus. Like they had like a match on. I'm like, what? So it's like, is this canon or not? But it's partial canon at best because they're not bringing the title. They're not really utilizing it in the storyline to like high degree. Like, so it's like. It's a throwaway story, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
It's to give sort of time to those who possibly don't get it.
Right.
The second thing that comes to my mind is Asuka going, "My streak!" Just because I got like Io streak of being in every War Games match.
Oh yeah, speaking of Io, yeah, she's definitely leading the leader of the Bayface team. We got Io. I was about to say Shirai. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Lord.
Back in the United States.
Yeah, bro. I was showing Thor like the old Io Shirai stuff, and like I think that's still her best name and best work, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
I'm okay with Sky. So we got Io Sky, we got Bianca Belair teaming with her, which is kind of weird. We got
really the leader they've been promoting has been Rhea.
Yeah, Naomi and Rhea made her like a surprise return because there's maybe like rumors or something along the line saying like she was out for like the whole year, like her like But the fact that she came back with Dakota Rhodes face mask was actually kind of cool. Undashingly Rhea Ripley, I love this shit. But yeah, and Jade Cargill was, slated to be a part of this match. But we'll get to that when we get to that against, the evil team that is, we got Candice LeRae, Tiffany Stratton, Nia Jax, Liv Morgan, and I was about to say Raquel Gonzalez. Raquel Rodriguez. God damn it. And so the issue or the big pressing point is this match had no fuel to it. It was just basically, Nia Jax's disdain to the tag team champions, saying she wants to eviscerate them and Naomi, et cetera, et cetera. But it felt like this match had no purpose up until a segment that happened last Friday, which was there was a backstage segment where I think it was in a qualifier match between Bianca. Who was it?
Chelsea Green.
Chelsea Green and
Blair.
And Blair Davenport. Yeah.
Blair Davenport. Yep.
Yeah, and then obviously it was a scenario where it's Bianca wasn't going to win that match, but the best way to actually get her out of that match would be if something happened to her tag team partner. Then cameras went to the back, and we saw basically her dead on top of a car, and basically the windshield was busted. So basically, we were in the insinuation that her head went through the windshield. She was basically, to describe what it was, when Yamcha got obliterated in Dragon Ball Z, but instead
of laying in a crater.
yeah. Literally, the car was the crater, but instead of her ass being out, she was back first on the chair, so her back of her head went through the windshield. So she was basically dead. Yeah, it was gnarly. And then I don't even want to read the injury report because they said some crazy shit about that shit, that she's gonna be gone for a whole minute. And so it made me think in my mind, it's okay, what are they gonna do with women's tag team titles now? But I feel like that's maybe something they're gonna have to talk about in December. There has to be women's. They're gonna have to vacate the titles and do something for Saturday Night main event. But when we get to that, But Jade is out.
Or have Bianca Belair pull a Kane and defend the titles 2v1.
Or have a replacement.
Yeah, they do the whole Piper thing, how Chelsea did that. Yeah. Which I think
I've got some ideas behind a lot of that stuff. Then
wasn't there?
Wasn't it what?
Wasn't there a tag team with Lita, and then there was a replacement or something? It was what would be Becky, Lita, and then Lita got replaced by Trish, and Trish betrayed or something.
Yeah.
I
think Lita and Becky were tag team champions and Trish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spot basically. But yeah. Oh, and by the way, that's how you wrote Lita off TV, huh? She never got her revenge back. To this day. But
no, but thank you, Trish.
Hey, she's Canadian's top. She's Canadian's top expert for a reason. Her life. what happens is Canada stays Canada, but I don't know. So now we have Jade.
Yeah, because Celine Dion didn't want to do TV for free.
No, it's not the shit. Just because that's what we had 6 JB on y'all. Y'all hate JB? Well, guess what? You asked for it. But no, now that Jade's out of the picture, it's we're in a situation the who done it, and I feel the whole who done it, and the fact that they need a replacement, which is because obviously we're recording before SmackDown, and SmackDown probably announced or is gonna announce.
They've already have it on the card. Who's the replacement?
I know. But the thing is, that's not announced. Because I think, as I said,
if they have it officially on the site, it's already known.
Wait, for real?
Yeah, it's already on their site.
Hold on. Look at this shit right now.
You want to see the match card? They have the
on WWE's official website, not Wikipedia.
Yeah,
no, their official website. Click on it and go to the match.
So to be fair, can you open it up in your browser and
working on it?
Yeah.
They already have it on the card. They had it since Monday.
Yeah, but
Tuesday, because I checked the day after.
But did they actually made an announcement? They're like, oh, this person is da 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 da, and they
it's on. It's she's already on it.
Yeah, her name is there.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Her name is
So,
there.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
then.
there. They have her on the
Okay.
picture and everything. Like,
Okay. Then. Oh shit. All right.
So-
So, anyways,
Yep.
anyway, so like the thou shall be not named this now can be named. All right. So they're gonna have Maxine Dupree as the last.
oh my god.
Oh, slap the shit out of you, Fortree.
I had to
Give me
do
this
it,
man's
man. I had
address.
to do
I'm gonna be
it. I
taking
had
a
to
trip.
do it.
Well,
So
I
good for
don't know
you.
the full
So
address,
good
but I could tell you what part of Canada he's in.
Oh hell!
I just need the event.
Yo,
I just need
Hey,
payment in advance.
I've been to Canada a few times. I'm in Ohio. I'm real close.
Oh no! Oh no! Don't tell me from South Ohio, though. Don't tell me. anyways. I did it as a joke because Florence is a huge fan of that. Like,
Yeah.
and I was a big fan.
I don't know. I think Kyrie Sane would have been cool.
I think Dakota Kai would have been cool personally, but I guess like the storyline makes
Tag
sense.
team synergy, yo.
All right, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna allude to what I've been talking to Sora about because I've been saying this, but like now that it's official, you know, we can really talk about it. For the longest time when they announced this match, I said it was super weird that how Bayley wasn't, you know, in this match at all because she's been feuding with Candice. It just doesn't make sense to have what we call like what was the team? It makes sense for Jade and Bianca. It makes sense for Naomi, I guess. Io. See, that's the issue that I have.
Well, EO's having the rival gonna be
know.
the next challenger for Liv.
Right, but the thing is, they didn't announce first of all when this happened, which I'm assuming is going to happen at a Saturday Night's main event. If not, then I don't know when they're going to really do that match because they didn't build that.
I think it's just gonna be on a regular show.
Oh hell no! For what they're doing to you? Fuck no, man! It's gonna be on Saturday. Fuck that shit. Like Triple H match.
No, they're already gonna have 2 women's matches at
Ah,
both the Intercontinental and the United States Women's titles.
you're right. Oh, damn, that's unfortunate. But no, like the reason I'm saying it makes sense, obviously, for her to be in this match. She's been in every War Games and she does that high spot and this and that. And it's basically a match designed for her to be in. But it's just the issue that I have is just the whole like, oh, Io and Bianca like being on the same team because it's like Bianca's big issue because she's a dum dum is I don't like Damage Control. I don't like Bayley. She made my life like a living hell, etc., etc. But she's like, you know, all good and witty and all happy about Io being, and Io's like
I think
kind
it's
of
a
like
sign of respect why she's okay with Io because even when Io was a part of Damage Control,
right,
it seemed like there was a bit of respect there.
but everything that Bayley has done to make Bianca life miserable, like Io has done the same thing too. So
Yeah.
it's like how can you? It's one thing. It's like it makes sense the whole respect thing, but it just doesn't make sense in the end of why she's just so adamant in the whole Bayley thing. Because it'd be in the sense that like I don't like you, Bayley. She doesn't even respect her. She's like, I want nothing to do with you. You're like what you call like a bug on my shoe. Like I do not like want you near me and this and that. She's been so adamant about that shit. And every time Naomi and Bayley are best friends, she's like, oh, I want Bayley to be a part of shit. And Bianca's like, hell no, I don't care if she's your best friend. Like I don't like it. It's on site. But it's just like the same energy isn't reciprocated with any other member of Damage Control. Which is like, okay, like she's the leader, I get it, but like, at the same time, it's like, I don't know, I guess it's the whole bloodline thing where everyone's like blaming Roman for like everything that bad happened with the bloodline, but everybody else is like it's scot free. Because if you're not the leader, then you're not as guilty as the leader apparently. But that bothered me. But then at the same time, it's like okay, whatever. Like Io's gonna be a match, the match is gonna be good, even though it doesn't make sense this and that. But now knowing the fact that with the whole Jade thing, being out and Bayley just being the perfect woman to fit into this picture, I'm like, okay, now the actually makes match make sense to some degree. Only for the fact that, like, how does Bianca and Bayley coincide? But not only how Bianca and Bayley coincide, how does Bayley and Io coincide? Because it was this year when they had their fallout.
Yeah.
So it's like,
and then how does anyone coincide with Rhea being so focused on Liv?
Right, exactly. So that whole team's a mess when you really think about it. So it's like they found the story. They found a way to kind of tell a story for this match. Because prior to like the whole Bayley thing in it, I was like, okay, they're just doing this for the sake of just doing it, and I'm okay with it because they know the women should be as equal as the men, but like make it warranted though. Make it like give us at least one fact. Be like, oh, that one person. Because in my opinion, I want Rhea to kill Liv, but it doesn't have to be Wargames. They could just have a singles match. They can have a freaking 3 stages of hell for all I care. It doesn't need to involve all these other things. So it's like, but now Bailey's in this. It's like, what do we do now? So, Silver, I'm gonna pass it on to you. Like, what's your thoughts process on what you think? And also, actually, before I pass it on to you, because I feel like this would be a good discussion point. Who do you think is the whodunit when it came to Jade? Like
Naomi.
Yeah. Actually, I did not know. That's fucked up.
She has nothing going on as far as storylines go. Bailey is her best friend, so she's getting her best friend in the match.
Yeah.
She's the only one who doesn't have anything really going on.
Yeah, but
Damn.
for what reason though? Like, what would be the driving force of her being like, I'm taking Jade out?
I
was
honestly
already.
think they could
Go
go
on.
back to the fact that Naomi technically, when being tag team champions, never lost it. It was taken off of her. There is a way to bring story into things, but
Wait,
Tree.
Tree, do you think this is basically going to be the modern day I Did It for The Rock?
Oh, fuck. Oh my god. None of
I
that
did it
bullshit,
for
please.
Naya. I'm just
No! Fuck the bloodline, bro. Why is the bloodline taking control of everything WWE, bro? Fuck, bro. This is why people like LA Knight's being fucking held back, bro. It's because it's fucking bloodline. And don't even get me started with Charles Montgomery. Like, I'll get to that when we get to that. But no, that is.
You're not going to be happy with me when we get there.
Oh, please, Silver Dog. You don't want this. Like, there's only one right answer for the video. Don't. We'll get to that.
You thought my AEW comments were going to be bad.
Silver, please don't do it. You're gonna get a good reaction out of me, but use your words wisely, though. Like, do not.
Sure, I will.
But with that being said, I'll pass it on to you now, Silver. How I explained the whole Jade situation. Who do you think did it then? Or do you agree with the?
I mean, I like the argument Trey is making for Naomi with
bro.
her
You
being
sold
the
that
only
shit.
one that has nothing really going on. But
Right.
if there would be one other person that you could point at, it would probably be Bailey.
Thank you.
I don't think you turned her heel right after she became babyface.
I know, but it's just too obvious though, because everything lines up.
That's the big thing. It's way too obvious.
Well,
it lines up.
What I mean is, like, you could have it like be unveiled later on down the line that Bailey is the one who gave Naomi the marching orders. Like, like you're gonna do that whole I did it for the Rock thing, but instead I did it for Bailey. I did it to get Bailey on the card because she asked me to, because otherwise she was going to be sitting in catering, like type of thing. But it would make more sense for it to just be Naomi without Bailey's influence. But if there is another route, it would go.
I want to elaborate to your point because you said Bailey Silver. Why I think it just works so well with Bailey from the example that you made is like Bailey could be that mold in a sense of like she took out Jade, now she's on the Wargames team. But does she really care for the people that never really chose her? Like, she was the second option. So it can legitimately be like the whole Dakota Kai thing again. And I think that would be cool. Like, her just like basically just beating up. I don't know who. I think Naomi would make sense. Like, her just like turning on Naomi like the way Dakota turned on Tegan. Like, that same scenario. I know it's a repeat, but guess what? That happened on NXT. As Tree said, not many people watch NXT, so it'll be fresh to the main roster. The main viewers that like, they'll be like, holy crap, it was Bailey all along. She was the mole, etc., etc. And I guess to help your point too, Silver, it's like the whole like the best version of Bailey is the heel Bailey from what we've seen like in the past years. And I know she's just turned face, but it's just like this face thing. Like, it feels like she's just floating onto the show. Like, she's not into any meeting storylines and this and that. And this is kind of the crux. But the issue that I do have with making Bailey heel is you kind of justify everything Bianca said about Bailey. In a sense of saying like, oh, I knew I shouldn't trust you. I know this and that. Like it just basically justifies like, oh, if somebody's like bad once, they're always bad. There's no like redeeming quality to Bailey and this and that, which is why I hope that isn't the case. hopefully they surprise us. But it just all the painting on the wall, it kind of makes it seem like it is Bailey, and the wolf in sheep clothing type of thing. She had she's manipulated the whole system because a la damage control, and now she's taking over. I just don't know how Io would feel about it, because I think she'll probably be indifferent about that because she doesn't really care about Bailey. I mean about Bianca. So, but Sora, who do you think did it? You're number 3 now.
I don't see I can't see Bailey as that good of an actress. So I just can't see her pulling something
that naturally
L style off, evil within, bruh.
Oh, you're trying to say she's like, no, she gotta be on Kira level.
Oh, I just thought of something, but keep going.
No, I know of another possibility they could have it be.
But
I'm gonna mention a random name myself, even though I 100% think this name's not But if it was, holy crap, this is actually
because there is rumor of a return that's coming, and they could have said return.
Okay, so I'm gonna say because I was thinking about a returning name because I was thinking about 2 things. I was thinking about a returning name, and I was thinking about NXT. Those are the 2 routes that I really want to see because I feel like the Bailey thing, as we discussed,
NXT like metaphor.
Yeah, there you go. Call them up. Yeah, and it makes sense because they were feuding with what's so NXT. That makes sense. But is that your guess? Metaphor?
I mean, that would be one way to surprise Cargill with 2 people instead of 1.
But I'll say this though, I hope it was specifically like one member of a metaphor. Like I hope it was actually Last Legend.
Yeah, I mean, like it could have been like the smaller one, kind of distracted, and then Last Legend from behind.
Toss her out. Yeah, because she would have to strike. Because that's another thing you got to factor into. Whoever did that to Jade, because I didn't paint that picture to Silver. She fell into a car, but the car was on the second layer.
Yeah, and that's why I kind of want to say a metaphor, just to be different from everyone else, and because person to showcase strength.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, I think me and Figure are in the same wavelength. Even though I think this is just like random as hell, but at the same time, there is something you can kind of touch on, and it would be kind of cool because it might be a story that I think Silver, out of all people here, would enjoy because it involves a certain program that wouldn't be involving in such manners. I think that it's a returning name that did that to Jade, and what better returning name to bring back and put in this top dominant heel role than the Queen of WWE, Charlotte Flair. Was that who you're thinking? Exactly. Okay, but let me explain though, because I think me and she came to that same connection. I don't want that to be the case. Like I want her just I would want her to actually just be like in the what you call it, just return and just be a part of either the US mid card picture or the IC mid card picture. Because the thing is, I'm not even too sure when Charlotte returns what brand she'll be on. Like it would make sense for like the brand like SmackDown, and then whoever's on there, like
tonight we'll see who's replacing. I believe
that too. We don't know who the replacement is, so it could.
Well, not tonight, but tomorrow.
So that replacement could be as the name you want to returning name. But why I think it makes sense for Charlotte is because I think they hinted it like a while ago. I think me and you remember that segment where it's like when Jade was like trying to get signed, and I think either Charlotte interrupted her or she interrupted Charlotte, and they had like a face off. They looked at each other's eyes for a moment, and then I don't know if they said any words or whatever, but it was kind of like respecting, and then they just left. So it just makes it in my mind. It's like,
well, the thing that I'm afraid of with Jade right now is let's be honest too, is Jade's matches have not been up to par. A lot of her matches have not been like she was a lot of hype. She there was a good build-up, but her in-ring could not match the amount of build-up that they gave her.
Right. But I feel like what it is like
even in her Royal Rumble, she spent more time underneath the rope than actually doing something in the match. She had big spots, but she spent so much time under the rope in the corner.
We can all agree, like you don't like the Royal Rumble match is not the match that you should be working the hardest at.
No, but in a lot of matches, if you pay attention, she doesn't get as much match time. They really don't utilize her that much because of the fact that the times that they have, she kind of hasn't, performed at the level that they need her to.
she's new to the whole like wrestling landscape though. That's the thing. I feel like it's gonna be something along the lines like I guess it would have been beneficial for on NXT, but since she was like a larger than life, like she's basically the Storm of WWE. It's like why waste her?
Like, this injury is definitely a right.
No,
So they should use the time while she's out to help
but the thing
train.
is, did they disclose what it actually was though? Like, is it like an MCL? Is it a shoulder thing? Because I really don't know how long she's gonna be out. And it's gonna be a shame because I actually do like seeing Jade. I think she has a lot of potential, and she has I can see like a future Hall of Famer in her. But the thing is, though, I feel like it's gonna be a slow burn over. Like I feel like this is her first year. She can afford being like as you're saying, like not living up to parts and that. We got to give her the second year. We got to give her the third year because I'll give you the best example. To this day, even though I know she improved, I'm still not a fan. But like I saw the improvement. But like Nia Jax, she sucked in her first year and second year and third year. If we're being completely honest, yeah, they still gave her the time.
Yeah, no. Ever since she's made her return,
her return,
this recent run has been good.
Yeah. So I feel like if we're giving Nia Jax a chance, and I think she's been doing worse by the way. So like if I were to compare Nia Jax's first year and Jade's first year, I'm enjoying Jade's first year a lot more. But like how much of that is like, oh yeah, she's kind of having somebody else to bounce off with the tag team stuff. Okay, it hides a lot of the the rust. But the thing is, the move that she does and all this stuff, like she doesn't mess up her spot. The only one time, and I think even Sora remembers, and like that kind of freaked me out. It wasn't even her fault. It was she went for a springboard and she fell. And I was wondering, I'm like, why did she fall? Like, and everyone's like, oh, Jade is like rusty. Jade is should be doing that, clumsy, and that. Little did we know, like news came out at the end of the show that the ring ropes were like loose as hell, and even it was loose at the beginning of the show because there was a moment where like I think AJ was checking the ropes, and then a referee told AJ it was like the ropes is loose, don't go for the phenomenal form with this rope. That was the same rope that she jumped from, so it was like
they didn't fix it between matches.
No, they fixed it, but they couldn't fix it to the best of their degree. It was still loose. Yeah, and everybody bro.
Come on.
No, listen to me. This is how I know that whole night was cursed, but Jade was the one who got to blame me. That shit was pissing me off. AJ knew it was loose. He didn't go for the phenomenal form. Like he went for another rope. The other rope was kind of loose, but he kind of caught his footing. He didn't it wasn't a big botch. Jade fell flat first, right? The other botch was the main event. You remember that situation where Damien got his foot stuck? It was the same rope.
Oh my god.
Yeah, everybody's like, oh no, Jade is the one who's inexperienced, and yeah, she is inexperienced in that, but like she only legitimately had one huge botch, and it wasn't even her fault. So like I get what you're saying. She isn't.
No, but I'm going based off of also other matches too. The thing is, she doesn't get that much ring time.
No, she doesn't. She
They don't utilize her that much. A lot of the things that she gets hit by, she's down for an extended match. They're not
right.
If they wanted to use her as a powerful force, they're not doing it. They're kind of they're being a little safe.
Right.
A little too protective of her.
Yeah, but the thing is that she's been in the ring. That wasn't the only mistake she's made in her matches. She had other moments that were kind of but So performance-wise, she's struggling with that.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, you're going to be a little bit careful about it because you have promoted her as a large star.
Right.
If she's already got a few, little mishaps under her, people aren't going to look at her that well. So you don't want her to constantly be seen in the ring as much unless it's a big spot that she can get a lot of hype off.
I have a question on this. This will be the end of this talk. You think she's on the same level as Tongaloa?
Do what?
You think she's on the same level as Tongaloa?
Tongaloa.
You know who I'm talking about, that bloodline. There's Jacob Fatu, and then there's Tama Tonga, and then there's the other dude.
Wait, the Tongaloa guy?
Yeah.
Dude, I think the Tama, both the Tongas, they're background characters as far as I'm concerned in the movie.
No, but I'm saying, like, you're telling me she botches more than Tongaloa.
I think there's the thing is the difference is that there's not as big of a spotlight on them. There's a huge, they promoted Jade so much. There is a spotlight on her. Anything that she messes up on is going to be seen. That's the biggest issue, is that she she had those little airs, but they put such a big spotlight on her. People are going to notice. That's what happened.
Fair. I'll say this though, just to shine out how bad this Tyler Nolan situation is, because no one really paid attention to me until like I was like, oh, I'll really pay attention to this match and see what he really does, because he does his spots right, but it's just like it's always like off just by a little bit. The craziest bot that he ever did, and this is gonna make all y'all laugh. There was a situation where it was Kevin Owens and Randy against them, right? And then I think KO had Tama Tonga in a powerbomb position. So there was supposed to be like a low blow spot, like low blow before he hits the power driver or the powerbomb. He doesn't low blow Kevin Owens. He punches his own tag team partner in the head because he's in between the legs. And then he noticed he did that. Then he did it again, Silver. So it wasn't a situation where he punched him and then like said, "Okay, like that's a low blow." He said, "Oh shit, I punched my partner," and then went for the low blow. But I get it. Jade is the bigger star, so it just makes sense. Like, more spotlight, more scrutiny would be on it because fair enough. All right. With that being said, though, I say Charlotte, Tree said Naomi, Source said Lash, and you said Bailey, right? So.
No, I mean, I agree with Tree, and that it's probably Naomi.
Oh,
but I made an argument for Bailey as an alternative.
Okay. But with that being said, and how me and Tree explained the story, I want you to go. Like, who do you think got this, the babyface or the heels?
Honestly, considering the whole mishmashness of the babyface team, I think it should go to the heels.
Yep, I agree.
They're the more cohesive unit, and you can extend the story a lot further if the heels win.
Right.
And let's be honest, the whole big story in this match, really, with any of the women in this, has mainly been, I feel, the Tiffany Stratton being the bank holder. Yeah. And the question is, does she try to pull something in this match? That would actually be cool.
Yeah, it would.
Like, she's the last one to come into the ring.
I hope that happens. Yeah.
That would be a moment. That would be cool.
You know what? Shit, if I can have the four matches for this one moment, honestly, fantasy prediction wise, I really hope like the reason why they actually no, you know what? I'm gonna go with the baby faces. I'm gonna say the baby faces win, and this is the reason why. I feel like there's gonna be a situation, as Dream mentioned, like Tiffany's gonna come out last. But I think it's going to be a situation where like nobody's going to expect that Tiffany's going to go business for herself and like actually cash in that briefcase. And I would like for her to cash in on Nia Jax.
Everyone kind of is hoping for that.
Yeah. But what would be funny is how she cashed in on Liv and just left afterwards. Liv's fucking and then technically that would be one person down for the heel team, and then the big faces take advantage and win. And then what you do ultimately is then you have Bailey show her true colors when the cage gets raised, and just be like, oh, you know what? Like, I did this just to be a part of the match and to get you in this ballroom, to get your trust. But in actuality, I'm the one who forgot Jade, and she just like basically, beats the hell out of Bianca, and Naomi and everybody else are just too hurt to kind of do anything about it. And that's the whole like friction, I guess. So I'm gonna go with the baby faces just to be different.
Yeah. Right. Well, I'm with the heels winning.
Okay. Yeah. All right. What do you got for?
Let's see. So, like, you got 2 titles and Money in the Bank on one side, and you got one half of the tag team on the other side.
Right.
So you got more prestige on one side than the other side. The cohesiveness versus non-cohesiveness. Right. And then the ultimate slap in the face for the baby faces. Their track records in Wargames. They are not as good as the track records on the other side. The other side has more Wargame wins overall per participation.
So I said to go through the stats.
Io has not even won a single Wargames.
No, Io won one. She won the...
No, as far as on the main roster.
Third Warg.
I know she won down in
NXT. Yeah.
Wait, they lost?
Yeah, they've done 3. She has been in all 3.
Damage Control lost. What?
And Damage Control. Yeah.
What? I thought they won at least
Lost
one.
when she was a part of Damage Control and lost in the one
Wow,
after.
that's unfortunate.
Well, so like including all the war games that Io's been in, so making Io be in the most war games of every woman.
Yeah.
She's only won one war game.
I think
So you know what?
if I'm not mistaken, I think even hasn't Bianca Belair been in all 3?
All of them?
No.
Bianca Belair has been in all 3.
She's been in.
Bianca Belair wasn't in the 3rd war game for NXT.
Yeah, she wasn't in the 3rd one.
She was in the first 2.
It was a Toxic Attraction
Right.
and Dakota versus Raquel, Cora J.
No, she was in all 3.
No.
Was she?
As far
No?
as WWE goes, because the first
WWE,
one,
yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I'm not talking about in NXT. I'm
Yeah,
talking about
oh.
WWE.
I'm talking about
Yeah.
war games in
It's
general.
been
Like the whole.
her,
Yeah.
Bailey, and Io have been in all.
Yeah.
3 now.
Right.
Which I guess would be one reason why you'd want them to be in there, because they're all competing for like who's in the most war games.
Right.
Even though it's clearly Io.
Obviously, duh. Well, the thing is, I think your point, sorry, you gotta mention is like Io Sky might not have the experience and the streak, but if she comes back as Io Shirai, that's a game changer, right? I think that's what you say.
I mean, she's still a 1 to 2 ratio.
Matter of fact, I'm putting the floor on you now because you put Io on this limelight. What is Io's crazy spot that she wouldn't do in this match for her? Okay, orchestrate that for us. Right
Top of this?
Top of the cell, what?
Well, I mean, she didn't have a trash can on the top of the cell all the matches, but it's like the first match she didn't.
Yeah, no. Second match she did. Third match she.
Second match she did, I believe, and then she got smashed through a ladder.
Right.
and was the world champion for NXT and then pinned.
Right.
Or the NXT champion. So it's like sad face.
So yeah, create a spot. Like, what could she do this year that could top all the? You know?
I don't know. 2 trash cans.
Puts her feet in one, puts one on top of her, just pops off.
But I mean, so you hear this shit, right? You hear this shit? Like, no, you gotta say something, man. You gotta say something.
I could do one better than that. Even though I'm 100% sure how they would set it up, but
yeah.
You have Io at the top. Somebody get a ladder from under the ring and like figure out how to get it up to the top for Io to hold, and then like Io jumps while like surfing with the ladder to take out a bunch of people.
All right, thank you.
Here's a spot.
How you going?
That involves Candice LeRae with it.
Okay.
Io and Candice at the top do one of the backflip, like Spanish flies into everyone else.
Oh hell yeah! Oh hell.
Because I know one of my favorite matches that were at a pay-per-view was actually between Candice LeRae and Io when they had their little rivalry. Dude, I love that match.
I was at the show. Yeah, it was takeover at Toronto. I still got shows for that match. Holy fuck. It was a great match. But
he get de-doxing himself?
Shut the hell! I didn't do that.
Now.
Hell no. I'm from wherever the city was. Vancouver, BC. Do your editing magic, bro. Beat me out for like the last like 10 seconds. Anyways.
I'm gonna have to beam myself out in the next 10 seconds once I say that he's actually in the part of Canada known as
Staten Island.
Staten Island, Canada.
Fucking bastard. Anyways, no.
Also known as toenail clippings.
So Zoe, who did you say you were thinking was the baby faces or heels?
I think if there's gonna be a title change, the baby faces would win, but if not, the heels.
No titles on the line.
No titles on the line.
Briefcase.
Unless Tiffany
briefcase title
change. yeah.
Yeah.
Cash in mid match. Yeah. Wait, hold on. What you said? Say that again.
If there's a title change, I think the baby faces.
Hell yeah.
If not, I think the heels.
Okay, that's fair.
Cause like if Naya's like knocked the F out,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 title change.
But wait a
Yeah.
minute. No,
What?
because like with involving the briefcase, now I'm here. Now I'm confused.
What?
If a cash in happens,
Mm.
wouldn't that turn the War Games match into a title match?
No, only for Tiffany.
Tiffany cashes in when they're down, pins really quick, and then she runs out of the War Games as quickly as possible.
Yeah, it's never happened.
Yeah, but wouldn't Tiffany pinning the champion end the War Games match?
Yeah.
I don't think it would because
Oh.
the War Games matches, they would be on the same team as far as that match goes.
No, but you can see why
yeah.
it would be very confusing.
No. I gotta, the great point. So it's like, yeah, if she doesn't deny it, then the match continues. If she pins Liv, the match is done. The match is done.
I don't think it
Like,
ends. I think she would probably just win the title, and then the match would still be going on, but she would probably book it.
If
she got the title, she's out. Like
okay.
And then she just qualifies the team because she left.
Oh hell no! Don't say that.
That would be such a horrible ending.
That's actually a good point from Sora, because if one member of the War Games team leaves the ring, that's a forfeit.
Sora, why would you manifest that shit, bro?
He's right. She's right.
No, but hold on.
If one person leaves the structure, that they forfeit for the team. The team automatically loses, right?
No, right and wrong. Right in the sense that the match would have to begin. The War Games, like, okay, let's have to be expecting like
you have the cash in happen before all members.
Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking she's not going to be last, because if you do her last and she pins Liv,
but then even before the match begins, if you leave the structure and your feet touch the floor,
the match will continue.
You're still forfeiting for the team, though.
No. The match hasn't started yet. They stated the rules that the match would have to. All members have to be in the match when the match begins. If anybody leaves, you lose. So, for example,
how does that stop somebody from leaving the structure in the middle of the match before everyone comes out?
Yeah, no, you're not supposed to leave it. But at the same time, I mean, they've had moments where people have not entered it.
Right. But I'm thinking about like the whole Royal Rumble situation, where it's like, to be eliminated in a Royal Rumble, you got to go over the top rope. If you go through the middle or bottom rope, you're still in the match. If the War Games hasn't begun and you leave the cage, that's
you just leave through the door instead of over the top.
Right. Exactly that. Yeah.
Well, it brings up questions. We haven't seen that be an issue yet.
Right. But I'm making the claim right here, right now, though. If Tiffy's last and it's like War Games has officially begun and she cashes in and pins Liv, the match is done. She pinned the champion, won the champion, and won for her team, and she leaves. And that would be chaotic as hell. I would like it to be prior, though, because then it would be like, okay, like she leaves now, the match has officially begun. Because, like, let me put it like this: it's like a situation where, because I think like it was Tegan, right? Like she never made it to the match, but just because she never made it,
they escorted Dakota out, so it turned into
Right. So it would be a situation where if she cashed in, they might just escort like Tiffy out of the match. My hope, if they do freaking, but that's too convoluted. I'd rather.
Yeah, I was about to say it creates too convoluted of a situation.
Yeah, so I'd rather her just like cash in and be the last person and win a certain team.
Or cash in after the match is over.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that too. But that's so risky though, because the thing is, when everyone's in the match, there's gonna be a moment where everyone's down. Perfect time.
I've always said I feel Tiffany's gonna be the first woman to try to cash in and lose.
Sorry.
I mean, if she cashed in during the middle of the match and turned it into like a 10-way brawl, that would be chaotic. Like, wait, this is a title match now? What the heck's going on?
Oh my god! Worst case scenario, she cashes in, and that applies to everybody in the match, and fucking either Nia or like Liv pin each other. They become double champion, bro. I'm fucking done with that shit, man.
Candice LeRae walks out as champion somehow.
Okay, hey, you know what? If that happens, bro, that's a 10 out of 10 pay per view. Because guess what? That gives me a feel that they're gonna bring. That gives me a feel that they're gonna bring back championship Scrabble matches. You know those types of shit. Like that was the time when Brian Kendrick won the WWE title for like.
Yeah, but wouldn't she have to specify which title she's cashing in on?
Yeah, of course.
So it wouldn't be like both titles on the line.
No, but that's the point. She would be like, if Tiffy doesn't go for the pin, somebody else pins that champion instead, then that person, like Candice, would be champion. This is what I'm saying. So like Candice and Nia are on the same team, and if Tiffy attempts to cash in on Nia, and then somehow couldn't pin Nia, but then Candice somehow does it and leaves as champion. What the fuck? What the hell?
I feel like at that point we're overcomplicating it.
Hey,
yeah.
But,
all right, we've overcomplicated that match enough. That's the point.
All right, main event time. I think. Wait, hold on. We all went with the. Okay, so
it became overcomplicated the moment we decided to have Tiffany leave after cashing in. Because that basically forfeits the match for one side.
Okay, so hold on. So let's get the record straight. So me and Sora said the babyfaces are gonna win. And Sora said if the cash in doesn't happen, then wait, right? Wait, what did you say? So
I said if the cash in happens, I think the babyfaces will win.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't happen, I think the heels will win.
All right, so Sora gives me if the cash in does happen, then the babyface. If not, then they agree. Sora agrees with y'all. Okay, and you both said the heel teams, right?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see you, Silver. What you got for us?
All right. Well, I'll start this off.
Yeah.
We have the men's Wargames match. The original Bloodline, Roman Reigns, the Usos, Jay and Jimmy, Sammy Uso.
Oh yeah.
And
Sami Zayn.
Uso Zayn, yes.
Uso Zayn. Usi.
And probably the second biggest surprise that could have happened with Paul Heyman returning, CM Punk being named the fifth member instead of Brock Lesnar.
What?
I knew that it wasn't going to be Brock Lesnar the moment that they were going to call. They were pretty much saying it was the fifth member on SmackDown. I was like, it's not fucking Lesnar.
No,
Lesnar would not fucking show up on a house, a fucking SmackDown. He'd be one that would show up last minute, like Randy Orton did last year.
No, I mean correct, but considering like Paul hasn't been with Punk forever, and like Paul is more associated with Brock than Punk, like it would have made more sense for Paul to come back after getting put to the table with Brock, but he came back with Punk, which is just as cool.
Oh, sure. So yeah.
What?
Punk, all I ask you to just do one favor. Take me with you.
And that alone just made your whole argument flawed. Like, I get it. You have a hard on for Brock Lesnar. I get it. It's cool. So, like,
no, but I mean, like, not for nothing. But if you're gonna pick any person to be the fifth member of your team, are you gonna pick Twig with legs, or are you gonna pick the fucking beast incarnate? Come on.
Silver, is that how you really feel though? Like, I swear,
it's not how I really feel, but I'm looking at it logically.
Okay.
I know.
I don't know.
Out of the two,
survivor of hell, and Lesnar that's gotta have chicken legs.
Yeah, but out of the two, who's gonna win in a real fight? No.
We're bringing real semantics.
Probably still Brock, but it'd be a lot closer.
Bro,
it was a real fight.
Talk about real fight, bro. They gotta bring back Matt Riddle then. Matt Riddle can beat both of them.
That's true.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That's true.
By the way, that's a match that we got Raw from. Like, I think one day we will get like Riddle back, but I feel like when he does come back, I don't know if Brock's still gonna be, But that was a match we definitely got Raw from. Like, that would have been the perfect Brock retirement match in my eyes.
Well, we got that in NCWF, and it was an unmitigated disaster. So,
hey, but we made that shit a fight fit, though. Like,
we did.
We should have known.
We made that MMA rules, and that was the biggest mistake of our booking careers.
By the way, if y'all didn't know, like, we booked a match to be won by KO. We did not know how KO worked.
Yeah, it was 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 falls knockout.
Yeah.
Inside a steel cage.
And how many finishes were hit before odd knockout happened, Silver? Like
10 to 12?
Oh my!
Something like that.
Oh shit!
Brock Lesnar F5'd the shit out of Matt Riddle like 12 times before a KO finally happened.
And he didn't even get the kill from the F5. He got it from the mountain punch.
Yes.
Anyways, back to what I was saying. Dream matches, like obviously Riddle and Brock, but then for Goldberg, because he's having his last match next year. I hope Braun Breaker is the one to retire. I think y'all can agree with that.
Should be.
But, yeah,
Should be.
like because then it will pass on basically the spirit, and we'd be like, matter of fact, he does the spirit already. I want when that match ends, I want him to be like, hey, you know what? The jackhammer's all yours. Because the jackhammer for fucking Braun Breaker as a like a alternate finisher would be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
I think you have Braun Breaker beat Goldberg for Goldberg's last match.
Yeah, that's what I said. Braun Breaker, basically pass the torch. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully it happens at WrestleMania too, because I feel like Goldberg has one good match at WrestleMania. And since if he could have a great match with Brock all those years ago, I feel like he could possibly still like recreate the magic. Because Braun's actually a great worker, by the way. Just saying, like he's not just a guy with a match.
Yeah.
Right. No, but what was okay? So, oh, my bad. What are you saying, Trey?
I was saying, but in all honesty, I'd rather not even see Goldberg come back.
Same, but like they did say like
because his matches are not that great. The only matches he's ever looked good in recent years, I will say, was when he faced Dolph Ziggler. But that is because of the fact Dolph Ziggler can sell anyone good.
Right. And not only that, but like WrestleMania 33 too, when he had his match against Brock and it was non-title. And they both had no titles and they just had a brawl. And it was like 10-minute brawl, and it was fantastic. It was Brock's best match of that year, and it was Goldberg's best match since he returned. So but no,
the original Bloodline taking on the current Bloodline.
Yeah.
Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and oddly enough, Bronson Reed.
Huh? What? Make that make sense, Silver.
I am not sure I can, especially since Seth Rollins is not part of the match for the original Bloodline.
Wait, you're telling me Seth Rollins, the guy who everybody thought was going to be a part of the match, and how like he was going to somehow submit and be like, hey, you know what? I'm going to team with Roman. Like, actually didn't team with him in the 13th to 11th hour? Like, really? You're telling me he said no so many times, called Roman a tyrant, said, I'm not doing this. I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you, but not for Roman. Because Shield days and how he controlled WWE and this and that, like, he rubbed me the wrong way. I'm not doing it.
Well, the Shield days argument doesn't make a lot of sense because Seth is the one who betrayed Roman in the Shield.
Yeah, but
if
at the same time,
you
at the same time, the
history.
The history though, and what I mean by the Shield moment, I mean like more so in the sense that at WrestleMania he came back as the Shield version of Seth, just to cost Roman the title, and you couldn't even get the hit in. Roman beat him to the butt. So, and he sacrificed himself, by the way, too. That's another thing why I like to this day, like so much I want to give Seth on shit. Like he was actually the true MVP in the whole finishing the story, and I gotta give his props for that. Undertaker, you were cool. Cena, like I was there.
I think everyone expected that the person who would come out wasn't going to be Taker. Everyone was like, it's going to be Stone Cold,
Yeah, it should have been Stone Cold. Sadly, I don't know what happened. Like, I think they did have talks and it was going to happen, but then at the last minute, something like it was a pull-out moment.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll say this though, Taker perfectly fine. Not only because it's Taker, but Taker does have history of Roman and like seeing how like shades of like all the events that happened at WrestleMania 33 all the way to here now. It's like you were you beat me at WrestleMania and became the most hated man in wrestling for me to come back and get my revenge all these years later after I retire. Like it actually worked somehow. So Cold to me, it didn't make any sense for Roman or the Cody thing. It only made sense.
It was for The Rock.
Yeah, exactly. For The Rock.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's why I'm like the Stone Cold one would be better because it's a better pop. But
I'm
okay with the Taker one.
The Rock is funny selling the stunner.
That's what I'm saying. You know that was gonna happen. He was gonna do the handstand one last time. And that's it. I hope we still get it though. I hope we still get it somehow. Maybe in this WrestleMania, like they have like a face to face or something, and then Stone Cold like actually not.
No, this year is probably the year they do Roman and Rock.
Roman who?
Yeah,
Roman
Roman.
Roman and The Rock. They're probably
Okay.
doing it this WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I think The Rock is going to come in after this match.
Yeah, but I don't know if it would actually kind of be a cool idea to make like Stone Cold the ref though. Like I get it, like it's like why do that?
No,
But then
Nah.
at
I
the
don't
same
think you
time,
do that. No, not for
yeah.
the.
As much as I would love to see Stone Cold not in that role,
Yeah, but what about if it leads
it
to like
wouldn't make sense because what would be the reason for him to be a ref on the Roman side?
in a sense of maybe The Rock goes on a power trip, and since he has the whole board and he's the final boss and this and that, there has to be somebody to kind of level the boss, and to level the boss, the higher ups bring somebody that knows that will put Rock in his place, and it would be Stone Cold. You could tell that story, but it's
I
just
still don't think you do it. I think you
Yeah.
just have a normal
Yeah.
one-on-one between Roman and Rock.
Yeah. I'm just saying in the sense of like ideally it doesn't matter if The Rock wins, if Roman wins, this and that, but whoever wins just get that sooner. Like I just like I want Stone Cold just to be like, hey, y'all had a great match, but reality check, like I'm being paid by the hour. I'm alcohol fueled right now, and I'm insane, so I'm gonna fucking stun. Matter of fact, I'm stunning both of y'all. I don't care who wins. Just stuns it, like I don't know. Because to me, I think what it was WrestleMania 38, like the fact that the whole stun party and like I think it was Pat McAfee and Austin Theory trying to have a moment like who can sell the Sunner the best, and Vince was like, oh, let me enter the chat, and Vince botched.
Yeah.
Like bad, dude. But anyway, so did you give your predictions or
No, I just announced who's in it.
Yeah.
Are you going
Let him
first?
do his predictions.
Yeah, my bad, man. I got too excited.
He wanted to talk about Stone Cold.
I know.
Bro. Imagine coming
I'm down there, JR.
Yeah. Claude is down under for Stone Cold.
Bro, I think, say what you want to say. And I'm telling you this.
And I'm probably the biggest Stone Cold fan out of the two of us.
You say that, and you're probably right, but Stone Cold, some days he's my favorite of all time, man. As much as I want to put, Edge in that top spot, Bret Hart in that top spot, I want to do. Even Thou Shall Not Be Named. Even Thou Shall Not Be Named. I'll put him at that number one spot. It's just Stone Cold. I just...
Exactly.
I just can't.
You know.
You know too, Silver, but continue. My apologies.
Right.
Interrupting his predictions.
He's buying himself time before he has to go on that rant.
So don't let me go. Don't let me go political. I'm biding my time.
So there's probably a lot of people who would state the obvious that Roman's getting the band back together and CM Punk is going to be involved and there's no way they could lose.
Right.
And just send the fans home happy with the babyfaces winning. But with the way we've been predicting the show, basically the babyfaces have been winning all night. Or the more popular person has been winning all night for majority of matches.
Braun Breaker is more of a
tweener.
More of a neutral.
He's neutral.
LA, yes.
Babyface, yeah.
The women's Wargames, I mean,
I want the
more
babyfaces.
people predicting the heels.
Yeah, y'all predicted
Gunther and Priest. Gunther is the heel.
Yeah.
Even though,
but he's more popular than Priest.
Yeah,
you say that, but Priest has a fan base. Yeah. I feel like they're equal, but it's just Gunther is the more positioned to be that, that guy. So yeah.
Okay, but anyway, sorry. Continue.
Yeah, but anyway, and this whole bloodline, multi-year story. It's probably a bad comparison to make this, but it kind of I'm kind of getting Nexus vibes from it, in the sense that you're bringing all these people in that are supposed to become the future of the company.
Okay.
As a massive faction, and then as soon as they get put together against the babyface team at Survivor Series, they fumble the bag, and then they're never the same again. And there's an opportunity for the same thing to happen again with Solo's bloodline. If Roman Reigns and company win, like if they win, that's kind of, at least in my eyes, the end of it. How do you keep going from there?
Right.
So with that in mind, I think to me the more interesting story. Like, I'm not 100% sure how they would do it, but this is the opportunity for WWE to correct the sins of the past and have the young upstart heel faction cement their dominance and like cement their place by beating the original bloodline.
Okay.
Probably at the expense of either CM Punk or Sami Zayn being the one to get pinned.
So Silver.
Wargames.
Hold on.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Let
me finish. And especially if it's going to be Punk getting pinned, the only way that would really make 100% sense is if you have one of two people interfere to help Solo's bloodline win, and that would be either Seth Rollins or Drew McIntyre.
Oh
You
my
have one
god!
I say no to that second one.
I'd say no to McIntyre too, but I'm just saying,
say no
like,
to both of what you're saying. Oh my god! Because I know what you're saying, Silver. It's just you're saying it in a way where I guess it's different, but you don't truly want that, though.
Well, it is true that I do want Solo's bloodline to win.
But hold on, though. But the thing is, are you knowledgeable about what the storyline is, though? Right? Like, obviously,
Roman's trying to get his crown back from Solo.
No. I get it. But what I'm trying to say here is, you do know Solo pinned, Roman and
Yeah,
company.
the last one.
Yeah, you do know that, right?
Actually, did not know that.
Yeah.
But
okay.
The last crown jewel.
Yeah, I knew
the new bloodline beat.
Yeah,
Roman and the Usos.
Jimmy and Jay. Yeah.
And
yeah,
I just figured it was one of the Usos who took the pin instead of Roman.
Nope, no, it was Roman.
It was Roman took the pin.
Wow.
Solo
pinned Roman.
That's why I knew, because that's why I wanted to interrupt you. But you're like, hold on, let me cook, because I knew like you didn't know that. I'm like, that's what you're saying. Like you don't really believe what you're saying, but you thought it made sense because like you thought the new bloodline was looking bad. They're looking strong in this feud. The other team is looking bad. It's like currently what's going on. But
I don't feel bad at all for the new bloodline.
Yeah, me neither.
Losing this, I feel bad for Bronson Reed being a part of him going to lose this.
True, because it doesn't make any sense.
Bronson Reed should have beaten Seth Rollins.
Oh yeah.
My honest opinion, Crown Jewel was a disaster in the winners. The only match that I felt was right was that opening match. The rest of them were just wrong.
I was a neutral or okay with Liv beating Nia because I'm not a huge fan of Nia.
I felt Nia should have won.
Fuck no, because she won Queen of the Ring. Don't give her everything this year. Fuck that. If she didn't win Queen of the Ring,
you make her more of a dominant force.
Yeah, but
Tiffany finally cashes in on her. That makes
Yeah, right, but it wasn't a clean win though, which is why I'm perfectly fine with it. Like if she lost clean, then Liv shouldn't have beat. Like how? That doesn't make any sense. But with Raquel being into the story now, absolutely makes sense. Not losing, but yeah, and also Dom and all that because it was the whole Judgment Day bullshit. But
yeah,
I digress. Wait, yeah, continue. Yeah, the Crown Jewel, it's not good. I do agree.
Anyway,
yeah.
So you didn't finish. Do you think it's going to be the new bloodline then?
Not knowing that information, are you going to switch your prediction, or are you going to still stick with?
I still want to stick with the new bloodline winning, and I still want to stick with Roman's side, specifically CM Punk getting screwed
right
by somebody to allow Solo's team to win.
Right.
Just because I'm not 100% sure how you have the original bloodline win and then continue the story on to Mania. Because I'm looking at the end game of this being Roman and Solo 1-on-1 at Mania under the assumption that Rock is not coming back for Mania 41. I mean, obviously, if Rock does come back, then you have Rock and Roman, and and the story before that, obviously. But under the assumption that Rock is not wrestling WrestleMania, I would want it to be Roman and Solo. And the way you set that up is to have Solo win this, and then you advance. Then you have Roman chase, go through each individual member of the New Bloodline at pay-per-views to finally get to Solo. After this, like that's just where my head's at. I'm probably in the minority because the popular choice would be to have Roman's team win, but
yeah, it's different. It's different.
That's where my head's at.
Okay, who are you gonna pass it to, though? You got this.
I'll pass it to Tree first, and then you.
Okay.
All right. Well, my feeling about it, in all honesty, I think since the New Bloodline won at the last, encounter, it will be the old Bloodline that wins this. I believe Jey Uso will keep his undefeated streak at Wargames. And in the past 3 has won. The past ones, but I think that after the match, The Rock will come out.
Oh shit!
And actually do something to Roman, because I think he's going to be upset at the fact that Roman has, in a sense, had somebody who has, in a sense, has no connection whatsoever. Join being CM Punk, and The Rock and CM Punk have had history.
Yep.
So I think The Rock's going to be upset at the fact that he's bringing in somebody like CM Punk to be, help out in a family matter.
Point.
And I think he's going to be pissed off at Roman and actually rock bottom Roman after they win.
Hell yeah!
Because they already teased The Rock coming out when it was Roman and Cody Rhodes that were working together against the Bloodline. And he did that little neck motion, and then he walked away.
Hell yeah!
I think he comes back and does that, setting up the build towards WrestleMania. The Rock aligns himself with the New Bloodline.
Oh shit! Interesting.
I like that too. Can't lie.
That's how you set it up, so they continue. They now have the New Bloodline may lose here, but they now have The Rock pushing with them.
Yeah. No, I like that idea, bro. Like turning.
I like that too.
Turning the final boss into like the main character. I like that shit, bro. Like I knew he was a protagonist all along. He's just like daddy needs to come home. I'm not even joking.
Trust me, I watch a lot of these, and I'm like, all right, what makes sense story-wise? What could work? I'm a huge person who loves doing stories. So,
yeah, round of applause on that. Wow. Like it makes so much sense, and I was thinking about it, but I'm like, he returned that Bad Blood. Would he return to like 2 pay-per-views straight? Like obviously, like I'm not considering the Crown Jewel. Like it's not canon. I hate to say it. Like it's not like I don't know. They don't even carry the fucking like Crown Jewel championships anymore. So it's almost like pointless. But
I mean, you think about it. Who has shown disrespect to The Rock? Cody Rhodes showed disrespect to The Rock. That he came out after Bad Blood, upset in a way at Roman. Who else has talked shit about The Rock? CM Punk. He's going to come out even more pissed.
Oh no! See, the thing is, if that's what Silver said, though, I swear to you, a little bit of me, like not what you said, but like the scenario that he was talking about, because he said either Seth Rollins or who else?
Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre. No.
Drew McIntyre. Hell no.
They've done their Hell in the Cell. They're not going to continue that rivalry.
Right.
That was the end of a rivalry. That's
right.
That's
why I was more. That's why I was more looking. That's Rollins being the one to screw.
Oh yeah, that's an interesting way to go. I'm not. That was one I was like, oh, they could do that.
No, they could do that, and like I could see a scenario, but not the scenario that Silver's talking about. But if you're like when it comes to costing the match, but if Silver would have said The Rock comes out and costs the face team to lose, depending on how you do it, it could actually be like a masterpiece. It might be peak cinema because the thing is, that's the legitimately only way I see CM Punk getting pinned. If The Rock legitimately says, "Yeah, fuck the rules, I'm the final boss," enters that shit and Rock bottoms the fuck out of it, like CM Punk, like that is gonna bring back old memories. That's gonna fucking make Punk cut like the craziest promo. He's gonna be like, "I came back for a favor for the Paul Heyman because this guy's been a mentor. This guy's been in all my life. I came on a whim to help Heyman, and Dwayne, out of all people, came and rock bottomed me, bro. Oh my god, that shit will give you goosebumps. But that's legitimately the only way. But like, I like what Tree said more though, the whole aftermath thing. So like having basically like you have the what you call the babyface team lose, the heel team lose, and then The Rock launches them, and then basically kind of making null void. Like it didn't even matter. Like said the new Bloodline lost because now they have the Rock backing. Like that is a good way of bouncing and making Solo and the crew still look good. So I do like that. But this is my personal opinion. It can go two ways. And I don't want to even mention the second one because I wouldn't really want it, but I'm just going to say just for the fact that, like, if it does happen, you can be like, so, Peter called it, Claude called it, it was him. Like, but because I've never heard it from anywhere. But I'm just seeing, like, because me and Tree, we see, like, like certain stuff in wrestling, and we're like, wait, that doesn't add up. That's kind of weird. And it's like, I feel like there's something weird that's going on with the whole Wargames thing, especially with the whole CM Punk thing. But I'm going to talk about the first scenario, which is the one I want and what I think is going to actually happen, which is the baby faces are going to win. But I do see a scenario where it's like after everything's all said and done, and like the hands real high, you play CM Punk's thing. You gotta have CM Punk take a pinfall, by the way. Like pinning, I would probably say, you can pin Solo. Like who cares? Because it doesn't really matter if you're gonna do the whole Rock thing. Like like if you're gonna associate Rock with the bloodline, then it doesn't matter who CM Punk is. I'd rather Solo.
It would probably make the most sense for Bronson to be pinned, though.
No, protect him. Protect him in a sense because he doesn't need to be in this match.
Yeah, Bronson, I honestly don't think takes the pin because he's already. You don't want to hurt him more than he's already going to.
Right. So you have CM Punk win. And this shades, I'm telling you, shades of last year, bro. Like the 1 year anniversary, bro. Like how last year Cody Rhodes was the one who got the pin and they were celebrating it. Adrenaline and my soul, like big celebration. Randy, everybody, like fanfare. They're gonna raise the cage, fanfare, all this and that. And the one person that's gonna come out and ruin all that is the same guy who ruined Seth's fucking night the previous year. Have Seth ruin Punk's moment. Have it be an aftermath thing, Silver. Don't have it be like where CM Punk gets screwed because of Seth within the match. Because that's so fucking bullshit. And the big guys need to win. And everybody's so excited to see Punk come back because it's like the 1 year anniversary. He came back at Survivor Series as a big name, and now he came back and was a part of War Games. And not only that, he's going to cage matches back to back. He just came off as the greatest Hell in a Cell, the second greatest Hell in a Cell match of all time. Like just to go into War Games, like that, this man needs to be studied. You have him win, and when you have him win, then have Seth ruin the parade. Like have him maybe jump from behind, curse some this and that, and no one's gonna help him. He's gonna be like, "This is not my business. This is not my thing. This is like yeah, I'm going."
I like the idea. Yeah. The one counter thing I have to that is they put so much into this bloodline story.
Right.
I don't think they try to do something to overshadow the ending for this bloodline chapter. I don't think they do something to overshadow that.
I agree that some degree. The only some degree I'm saying is like, how you mentioned the thing about The Rock coming in aligning with the new bloodline, that overshadows the loss that the new bloodline gets.
Exactly. Nobody thinks about their loss.
Right. But if Seth interrupts CM Punk's great win, it does the same thing too. It makes people forget about this.
What it does too is it gets rid of the thought of the win.
Right.
So everyone's gonna be ignoring the whole bloodline situation. If The Rock comes in, that won't ignore the bloodline story. That builds upon it.
I know, but what I'm saying is like create a side story that's as good as the bloodline, and use that Seth, and then basically use Seth's like whole like interference as a divergence. So everybody wouldn't be talking about, oh my god, Solo and lost to because it would be like almost the match didn't happen. Like I'm thinking about it in the sense of both ways. You're thinking about it like progressing the storyline. I'm thinking about doing damage control. in a sense of like if Seth does interfere, then no one's gonna really talk about like the loss, and it's like okay, it doesn't really happen. You can continue the story now, like so, and the way you can continue it is save The Rock for a different show.
But do you paint and pretty much do you see the company doing something like that to
No,
in a sense have Roman be overshadowed in that
no, but I wish Triple H that night drinks on something and just fucking says fuck it, I'm gonna do it for the culture. Because at this very moment,
The Rock, let's be honest, The Rock is Triple H's boss.
Oh shit, we're getting into politics here. Oh shit.
Hey, let's just be honest here.
Sorry, help me out here.
I'm thinking story and politics. What makes sense and would
Sorry, help me out here. Isn't Triple H the king of kings? Like help me out here.
I mean, I need your help on something.
But The Rock is the real tribal chief.
Yeah.
Wait, is this something related to what we're talking about now, or not?
It comes out on the microphone. I did it for Solo.
I need your help on something else.
Something else? Okay, we'll talk about it after the whole night if it's something else. Okay, so that's what I want. But do I really see that happening? Realistically speaking, no. But I would like to because it would be like, okay, so the whole everything that is WWE isn't always about the bloodline. For this one moment, they actually are trying to say Seth and CM Punk. We did this moment to overshadow the bloodline stuff because you guys get main event next to WrestleMania or night one. Like how like we were supposed to get it this year because of injuries. This is the way to kind of be like, hey, you know what? We're still gonna get that main event, and we're gonna actually make it mean something because we're telling your story within the bloodline. That's like my fantasy scenario. It's like holy crap, and it'll elevate Seth too because it'll be like, and another thing too, it makes all sense in the world because yes, Seth would be that guy to overshadow the bloodline stuff. He has Roman. So like to steal Roman's moment by taking out Punk is something Seth would do. Am I wrong, Silver? What do you think?
You're not 100% wrong.
Yeah. And the only reason I'm saying that, hold on, I'll let you keep going, Silver. Another thing why I'm championing this idea is the whole Seth, we want you on this team. Seth, we want you on this team. Seth, we want you on the team. I'm not teaming with Roman. I'm not teaming with Roman. I can't do. He's a tyrant. This and that. Okay, fine. We'll find somebody. Oh, it happened to be CM Punk. It's CM Punk.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be moments to cause them to butt heads. But I don't think you can have them butt heads on a normal show.
So would
You're not going to see The Rock come out on a normal show to butt heads with Roman to start it.
Yeah,
you're going to have them butt heads at a big show.
Yeah, the only way you would have Seth do that instead of The Rock is if The Rock wasn't appearing. And for a fact The Rock is not appearing.
No, but that's what we're banking on.
But if The Rock is appearing, then you're not doing that.
No, I agree. I 100% agree with that. The Rock appearing, you do that Rock. But like, I'm like, Silver, are you sold on the idea The Rock would be at Survivor Series? Because the only reason I'm saying this shit. But
everybody follow and find out what Rock's got planned.
Yeah, well, not for nothing, but wasn't Rock's like one of Rock's debut matches at Survivor Series?
No,
Yeah, it
was, but that's
like Rock has the history with Survivor Series.
But that's a new point. That's a new point because the thing is, like, this is what I'm factoring in, and this is just my, I guess, like, my selfish or whatever, like, because I just don't think WWE does that shit where the show's being held. I really do not see The Rock unless it's like a big major city in Canada that he's gonna show up, like Vancouver, BC. That's the thing that's fucking me up. If it was Chicago, if it was New York, if it was California, if it was anywhere in America, I'd be like, yeah, Rock showing up.
Yeah, I mean, Vancouver is not one of the major cities in Canada.
No. Okay. The equivalent of Vancouver, BC to the state shows would be like fucking Davenport, Iowa, fucking Boise, Idaho. You know what I mean? The big cities in Canada is literally Ontario, Toronto, Ontario, Montreal, Quebec, Alberta.
Well, Vancouver is not that far away from California, so.
Ooh. But the thing is,
that's a good point.
No, but I don't feel like.
That's a good point.
Okay. Oh, but you know what else is close to freaking California? Freaking Oregon. Maybe one big return that ever happened in Oregon. That's my rebuttal to that.
Cloud's grasping at straws. Cloud's grasping at straws here now.
But this is gonna be a fantastic moment when The Rock shows up and you guys tell me I told you so. I just really do not see. I want that to happen. I just don't see that happening. If I don't see that happen, then I gotta really believe in my Punk thing. And then my Seth thing, like Seth steals the show type of thing. If you don't have Rock being booked that show, you have Rock being booked that show, you do the Rock thing. I'm not stupid, but it's just it's in Canada, bro. Like in like anywhere. Like, and this is coming from a Canadian. I know the WWE doesn't do big returns. I'll wait for a day when they're like, oh, like aside from like Canadian, like Bret Hart and Edge and whatever this and that. I'll wait for a day when they're like, Brock, big return, Alberta, Canada. Brock is freaking who else would be a cool return? Like in I don't know. So maybe some like big names, some legends that like I don't know. Like they're not like like I feel like I don't know. Like Goldberg, for example, is not gonna have his last match in like.
Wait, doesn't Brock have a residence in Canada?
He does, but they don't bill him as Canada though. They still bill him.
I know they don't bill him as Canada, but it wouldn't be that far fetched for Brock to be in Canada to take a trip to the Canadian city to appear in a show.
I hope he makes his return Elimination Chamber. There might be a good chance I might actually be at that show. And if he returns to Elimination Chamber and it actually has like a solid match leading into WrestleMania, I'm down for that. It doesn't have to be title, obviously, because we don't want Brock in the title picture. Nope. So point being though, that's my fantasy scenario. That's what I want. Here, I'm gonna tell you what I don't want. And I've been seeing the writing in the room, and I've been really thinking about it. And this is gonna be like a tinfoil hat conspiracy, whatever, crazy crap. The thing that's making me all confused about this whole like Punk thing is the whole Heyman thing that's associated to this, and it comes off like in a sense of like Heyman returned, the crowd like went nuts, and they're like, "Holy crap!" Like, Heyman's back. He's a wise man. He's over as hell because it's like like Heyman, like after going through all the bullshit, the new bloodline, you would imagine like he's gonna be the babyface in this scenario. We all know better that like Heyman's best role isn't being babyface. It's being a heel. But the thing is, how does that? No, I know. But let me factor this in real quick. Yeah, go. Yeah.
I was gonna say that was before his Hall of Fame induction. Ever since his Hall of Fame induction, like Paul's never gonna be a pure heel or a pure babyface.
I want to put money on that.
He'll always like even if he is a heel, he'll still be cheered just because he's Heyman. He's that legendary figure.
No, because it depends on what it is. It depends on what it is and what the storyline. And I'm telling you here, in this case, he might be cheered because the reasoning of why I see, and you guys are really putting two and three together. I feel like Heyman's gonna turn on Roman. I don't want to see that, but like I do see that. And the only reason why I'm really saying that is like when Heyman got taken out, did Roman like actually like message him, say anything to him, say, "Are you okay?" Whatever. He might have resentment on the fact that like Roman radio silence, and he came back and said, "Oh, I'm fighting over Ulafala. I'm fighting Ulafala." He never checked on his wise man. And what even kind of gave it away, and you don't know this, Silver, but Sora and Tree know about the shit. It's the whole like when Roman called them, it said the number you're calling is unavailable. So he changed his number, and miraculously miraculously he just comes back and brings Punk and says like hypothetically speaking like this is a favor because the whole Punk being in this match makes all sense. We all know because like like the whole like new bloodline was taken over. Punk has no resentment over Roman because he wasn't there when Roman was doing his whole tyranny act, whatever. This is just a favor for Heyman. Who's to say this isn't just a favor for Heyman, but this is just a message for Heyman to send to the bloodline. And I hate to say it, like I just hope it's just Heyman turning heel, but they'd be stupid as fuck if they turn fucking CM Punk heel.
I don't think they could.
Yeah, I know. I don't think they could either, but I could definitely see them turning Heyman heel. Because what I'm saying is like, fact check me, Tree. Like, do you not like after what I said? Do you not see like Heyman kind of feeling some type of resentment, being like, okay, you know what? Maybe I'm not gonna be a Roman guy. I'm not a wise man no more. I'm gonna be an advocate again. I can totally see that shit because Heyman is just supposed to be booed. He's never supposed to be the good guy. And I get a Hall of Fame massage act, this and that, but like he's not Kurt Angle. Dude. Kurt Angle ultimately at the end of the day, he was that guy who was like, oh,
I think he's okay being, people like.
Yeah, but you think they're gonna turn him heel sooner than later, right? Or do you think they're gonna actually give him a whole?
No, I think he's gonna kind of settle down from the role.
Okay.
I think he's, coming back for this. He might still do a little bit for the bloodline here and there, but I don't think he's gonna have a major part in the story.
Right. So, what's your quick thoughts on like what I said? Do you think Heyman would turn on?
I think I have a question for you.
Okay, hopefully it's a question you can ask me on recording.
How does CM Punk's theme go again?
Look in my eyes, what do you see?
No, yeah, but like
The wrestler that you will never be. Yeah, we talked
when
about
it
that.
talks about leaders.
Oh, like Mussolini and Kennedy. Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Joe
but it says
Allen.
something about leaders die or something.
Oh, hold on. Neon lights, Nobel Prize, you know that. Leader speaks, you know that. Leader dies. Like that?
Okay.
When
Yeah. That
Yeah.
line right there. That line right there.
Yeah.
Roman wants to be the leader so badly.
Okay.
Punk is a Paul Heyman guy.
Yes.
Uh, Punk could send a message for Paul Heyman by
Yes.
turning on the baby faces,
Yes.
hitting the go to sleep on Roman Reigns,
Yes.
and that could be a message from Paul Heyman. And after the new bloodline wins, I see like Seth Rollins kind of being like it's been a year since this whole thing, since
Okay.
like you kind of stole
Mm.
his limelight
Mm.
with winning,
Mm.
but like Roman, you think it's like I don't approve of you. I'd never
Yeah.
want to see you in power again.
Yeah.
I know I don't respect that wannabe Roman Reigns, and
Yeah.
there's this monster that I destroyed,
Yes.
but Punk,
Yeah.
and then like Seth just kind of goes out on
Yeah.
Punk and
Oh
like
my God!
starts
What
to
are you
set up a
doing?
feud for Punk and Seth Rollins.
No. No. Hold on. You're talking about some major implications here. Because I'm thinking in my mind, the moment you're saying this shit, it's like it can go multiple ways. If you have CM Punk go heel and take out Roman out of this shit, because realistically speaking, Silver said it best. Whatever happens in Wargames, this needs to be the end. You could continue this to WrestleMania, but like you're gonna push it with The Rock. Let's go under the assumption that Rock's not gonna be at WrestleMania. Let's say he's not gonna factor in, but he's gonna factor in something like after WrestleMania. Then the ideal picture that you could do is CM Punk turns heel, takes out Roman. Seth is gonna be like, hold on, like first of all, you replaced me for the match for this guy, and he proves my point. Like he's an egomaniac, he's a this and that. And Seth and they built for a Seth
Yeah,
and
but he
yeah.
didn't replace Seth. Seth didn't want to be part of the match.
No, but you know what I mean. Like I never wanted to be part of that match, but then like you know what I mean. Like but you guys chose that dude, the dude that I've been saying this whole time ever since he came back. He's a cancer of wrestlers. So you could paint Punk as the heel, Seth as the babyface, have them blow off at the Rumble. Then at Elimination Chamber with this and that, you have that'll be the moment where you bring Roman back into the picture. And there's a WrestleMania match. Roman versus CM Punk if The Rock can't do it.
Mm.
Oh shit! And guess
don't
what? And
think
ultimately,
no.
yeah, no, but no, I know, it's crazy, But I'll tell you why I really like this idea. I like this the only fact, obviously, because it puts Punk at a really high pedestal, but also for the fact that like this could be the thing that actually fixes the rift between Seth and Roman. Seth, Roman's a tyrant, Roman this and that and that. If they both have deep animosity of hating CM Punk and saying this guy was a cancer, this guy this and that, and Roman being like like something along the lines of like, not only did you pollute the wrestling, you polluted the Heyman. Like, let's say it was Punk at first. Like he's like, I'm gonna do this match, but I'm gonna turn on Roman. Are you okay with that? And then Heyman was like, yo, fuck it, like he never cared about me when I was like Curtis and that. Because I'm thinking in my mind, it makes more sense if this is not only a favor from Heyman to kind of be like, oh, you know what, I need you in this match for the bloodline, but I need you to take out Roman because Roman, like, I've always liked you more. I feel but they kind of play it off in the sense of like, you were the OG Paul Heyman guy. You had my loyalty. Roman was my filler. If they tell it that way, that you play like what you call it, like tweener with it. It's kind of like in the sense of like CM Punk's like, okay, he's just doing what Heyman wants because he loves Heyman. But if you just go the extra mile and says like CM Punk wants some business for himself type of shit, and like he said, I'm not gonna do this match, but I'm gonna do this match because I want to make an impact. this is the field that like I think CM Punk is like, you know, because last year, think about it. Last year everybody was talking because it was the almighty return. You've been gone for 11 years. You came back, babyface. It only makes sense if Punk comes back and does another freaking jaw dropping moment, which is like turning on his team, because that will get people talking. Like you're right, Sora. Yeah.
And then the attire that Paul Heyman was returning to the ring with CM Punk.
Yeah.
He was dressed kind of more like Solo Sikoa.
Thank you.
Or
So at the very, yeah, but you know.
I think there's an extent of trying to look too deep into things.
Too deep is the CM Punk heel turn. It's not too deep with the Heyman.
Well, no, that's just my thoughts on it. I'm saying I think CM Punk could turn. So I think that could give the new bloodline the win, and you know, just end the bloodline kind of story.
Right. I'll say this though. Everything I'm saying, I don't agree. I'd rather just CM Punk wins as a beat a babyface in the sense it's like reigns and parade. That's ultimately what I want. But if they tell the other story, they gotta be delicate with it, because you like, because we all know about CM Punk too. He's a great babyface, but he's also a killer heel, dude. His whole 434 run, we know about that shit. And the thing is, in my mind, it's like you do that shit, and let's say hypothetically you have CM Punk go over Roman at WrestleMania, which is absurd, by the way. Just saying, like that would like literally like, bro, I'll blow a gasket if they do that shit. I'll be like, holy crap, the WWE mustn't do that shit. Then you can literally do Rock and fucking Punk at SummerSlam, and I'll lose my shit. It's roles reversed at that time. It'll be like, Rock, we thought you were the final boss, and you're coming back to, you know, do a hostile takeover of WWE, quote unquote, whatever. But in actuality, you're saving us from this corrupted fucking cult leader, dude. And it's like, I don't know, it's fantasy as fuck. But like, the thing is, like, I can see like a scenario where people would be like, I can boo CM Punk in the scenario, and I can cheer Rock. Like, he's just going on this like evil tangent, and like, who's leading it? Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest Paul Heyman guy, CM Punk. Like, I can see it, bro. I don't like it, because the thing is, I'd rather CM Punk just win the world title, be a babyface in main event night one. Because
in any scenario though, I still don't see Punk
turning. Yeah, I know it's fantasy. I do agree, it's fantasy. But the thing is, like,
because I'm thinking you got to think that not all people that are at the shows,
right,
are not in depth. Let's be you got the casual people. You don't have all the hardcore. They're gonna cheer Punk because of the fact.
Oh yeah, especially in Canada. Yeah, if he turns, they're cheering. That's it. They're cheering. Oh no! Yeah, you know what? Punk needs to turn heel. Actually, Punk actually needs to. Because I can picture right now his GTS is rolling, the camera pans in Punk's face, and he has that exhausted face, and then frowns, and then smiles, and then just like before he leaves, before he steps out, he's like, hold on. Is that the Tamatonga to go for the pin? Go for the pin. 1, 2, 3. All right, I'm out. Oh my! You know what? That happens. If you don't lose the gasket, please just accept that shit. I know it's fucked up, and I don't see it happening. But if they give him that limelight again, because the thing is, this is about Punk right now. He's kind of like on like his like final tour in WWE. But if they fucking have the balls to do that shit, that might be like a greater heel turn than when you turn on Raw 1000. So were you and Tree on Raw 1000, like, because Punk was amazing babyface at that time, and it had a shitty ass cash in it, this and that, whatever. But when Punk closed, you could play on that idea too. You can go be like, yo, Punk, like, he was always this guy. Yo, Rock would be like, I'm the final boss. Y'all booed me. This guy's 434 run, but you see who he is today, and this and that. And imagine the crowd still The Rock. That'd be insane though. But like, The Rock would have all these valid points about like Punk being the cancer. Like, if they play, like, that's the only way you turn Punk heel. If you play on the fact that Seth was always right and he's the cancer. If you don't play on that fact, you keep him babyface, and then you have Seth go crazy and be the heel. But
I mean, CM Punk did say it himself. What? He's not there to make friends.
He's there to make money. Hold on. What was the thing he said about Drew? He's like, push to shove, or like he said it. I think Seth. He said it. Seth. Push to shove. Like, you can get the devil out of me. You're looking at the devil. He said So are we tripping or like it's like obviously we're reading too much into it.
Yeah, you read way too much.
No. It is way too much, but like
this is we need to get away from the conspiracy board now. Like,
well, that's why
this man's doing the red strings around the pins right now.
Hang on, Tree.
Yeah.
Are you even more inclined to want to know where this motherfucker is? so
this
you
guy's
can
really
pay him
gonna
a
leak my
little visit?
location. So I swear to God, I might get to you before he gets to me. I promise you. Like I know where you live.
And I know where you are,
bro. Dude, you don't want me bringing HK into this shit. Like I mean, that's all bring.
Fuck that Wendy's parking lot, motherfucker.
Fuck that Wendy's parking lot. He says. All right, better not see that Wendy's then.
Okay, so far what we've got?
Yeah.
What 2 for the new bloodline and 2 for the old? Is that how it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going baby
So it's
faces.
a 50-50.
Yeah, baby faces. But if the baby faces loses, I want it to be because of Punk, not because of the Seth, not because of Drew McIntyre, because that makes no sense. And I do agree with what Tree's saying about The Rock showing up at the end. If you have The Rock show up, do it. It's just I don't buy it. Like they don't do that shit in Canada. Like I'm trying to think.
They did that at Bad Blood.
Bad Blood was in,
and that was in Atlanta.
Atlanta's a big.
Atlanta's down in Canada.
No. I know Atlanta's not in Canada, Silver, but it's Atlanta. Like you said,
Bad Blood is not a big pay-per-view.
No, hold on. Silver, is Atlanta like Georgia not a big city in wrestling?
It's pretty big. It's I don't know if it's one of the.
I would say so.
One of the big
Vancouver has hosted the Olympics. Talk about it not being big, motherfucker.
No, I'm saying in terms of like wrestling history.
Oh my God!
Wait.
I don't know if it's one of the top 5 wrestling cities, but it's big.
No, I'm saying
Vancouver support Kurt Angle or Chad Gable at all?
Fuck no. Oh, maybe Kurt Angle because he wanted gold medal with a broken freaking neck, but not Chad Gable.
I don't know, mate.
No, but to I guess like, for funniness, because you said Vancouver hosted the Olympics. You know where else hosted the Olympics? Tokyo. When was the last time WWE went to Tokyo?
I would love to see it. Well, the thing is I think it's kind of on the fence with.
Check me, huh?
I think it's hard for them to do a show in Japan because the hard part about the Japan audience is they're more quiet and they do a lot of clapping when big moves happen. They're more respectful in it. They don't have aren't as vocal as a lot of other places. Well, it'd be cool if they did it in Japan. It's the fact that on a show oriented situation, Japan is not the best to have a show.
No, I get it, but that was the old stigma. And what I mean, the old stigma, I would 100% agree with everything that you're saying until South, East, and East. And I think Silver would say the same thing too. If you can have a takeover,
the East was the last time they were.
If you can have a takeover, they had Demon Balor versus Kevin Owens. The crowd was losing their shit. It wasn't obviously as loud as, but it was noticeable. Like holy crap! Like this is the loudest I've seen a Japanese crowd ever was. But I get it. They worked on the black and gold feeling. It's like it was a different era of this and that. I feel like WWE's on the high that like Silver. Is this safe to say WWE's like currently on the needle moving high? Like how like the hype for the product is like similar to like black and gold. Would you say that, or would you say it's still not there yet?
I might even make the argument that it's higher than black and gold.
There you go. That's why I'm, and this is the thing too, and this is the thing that really pisses me off. I gotta mention this because I think Sora wants to hear this too. Doing it before was, I guess, like everything you said, like respectful crowd. They do claps and out loud, this and that. But that was when you didn't have that much Japanese talent. You literally have Shinsuke, Asuka, Kairi, Io, Julia. There's no reason in hell why they can't have a Tokyo pay-per-view next year. Like I'm making a prediction right now. There's gonna be a Tokyo PLE. They have the talent now, and they got the New Japan people. They have Finn. They have AJ. They have bro. They've been okay. Matter of fact, I'll hit you with this too because I did my research. They've been touring Japan like in the last like a couple months ago. I feel like they even had Meiko Satomura and all these other people. I feel like they were testing the waters, like because I feel like I think you heard about it, right? So and Shinsuke was on his his tour, and And I mentioned this too. AJ and Io, they had matches in Japan. Like I think WWE's doing the whole like if you're like a lower company like Pro Wrestling Noah and that, we'll let our talent go to y'all. And I think even one of the NXT guys, I don't even know who, but he even had like a moment where he was doing like a cup tournament thing in Japan. They're testing the waters. I'm telling you right now, marking my calendar right now, bro. PLE, and you know I'm calling you right now. I'm manifesting this shit. Backlash. That's Tokyo next year, bro. I'm calling it right here, right now, bro. Because they've done Puerto Rico. They've done
I'll hold
France.
you to that one.
Oh, hold it.
I'm willing to bet
hold
against it.
Hold it.
It's a little too soon, but
Hold it.
Wait, I have a
hold it.
question.
I'm gonna hold you to it.
Hold me to it. Hold me to it. I'm cool.
Good.
Only hold me to it because Silver, look where I'm coming from. 2 years ago, Puerto Rico. Last year, France. Huh? Puerto Rico, France. Like Tokyo.
France was more of a surprise than Puerto Rico, to be honest with you.
Puerto Rico was probably one of my favorite ones.
Oh yeah.
I'll be honest. I even loved the fucking Bianca and Io match because I was cracking up at how Bianca was getting booed so bad, and Io was. I was like, "This is fucking awesome." It was like,
okay, but this is where I have to come my bias in. I think France is better, and you know what? Viva la France! Viva la France!
That French crowd was something else, though. In fairness,
yes, I think like it's not even like debatable. I think people legitimately think France was the best crowd WWE ever went to in the whole history of the company. Like, but just reaction wise, I think they hit a new high. Fashion Berlin tried, Scotland tried, all these other places tried. Puerto Rico definitely tried too. Puerto Rico, I love like the whole uno, dos, tres, but it's just I don't know. Like there's something. What were you gonna say, something?
I wanna get a Seth question out of the way.
Go ahead.
Is Seth still banned from challenging Gunther since technically Gunther lost the title and regained it?
No.
It was as long as Priest was champion, and Priest is champion.
Right. No, I think
that might be the next match they go for. Have Seth versus Gunther.
I hope. I hope.
Because I think that's why they're not having Seth really be involved in this bloodline stuff, is because they want him to be ready for sort of possibly be the next challenger. Because you got to think, how many more challengers do they have right now on Raw who would make
right? But you do agree, we all agree, like in the sense of like if Seth, like if there's a mania match Seth can do, like it has to be with Punk, like because I don't know, like there's other names he could do, but I think Punk, like, but the thing is you can wait on that because we're like ways away from Mania, but it just makes all the sense in the world, like hit the shot right now, like but the thing, hit the shot right now.
Yeah, the 1 year anniversary.
Right, hit the shot right now on the 1 year anniversary, or have Punk turn heel. Like it's literally them two, and I'd rather him do the shot. Because if you do a Punk heel thing, I swear to God, that's delicate. You got to work on it. And the thing is, you know who's going to carry. Obviously, Punk's like a god on mic, but like Heyman backing him too. It's like these guys are just gonna they're gonna take like we're gonna see more Punk too. By the way, too, that's another thing I want to see. Because like Punk turns heel, we're seeing him more on TV, and he's gonna have more meaningful promos. So yeah, go on.
The thing is, they try to do Punk heel and do that. You're not gonna have people booing him.
I know, but
that's why they're not going to do it, because they're going to want somebody to be a defining heel. People don't want to see win, and I'm sorry to say it, people are still going to be cheering Punk.
True, true. I wish I was. But hold on, though. So, what's your take though? Like the fantasy between my scenario, my second scenario that I don't want, which is the Punk turning heel thing, but it'll be cool. What Tree's saying, this and that. Ultimately, what do you want? Like all these scenarios, like you think would be the best?
Or do you think they're just not going to do a scenario at all?
Oh, they're not going to do anything. They're not going to do anything.
So, question.
Yeah. Okay.
Could they just still gotta do the Punk turn, but like he's not really a heel, and Seth will become like a heel to be like, I knew that CM Punk was the cancer of all things. I'll do anything whatsoever to turn him down. To go down the Drew McIntyre route.
I think you watch the following Raw, you'll see a little bit of heat between Seth and Punk.
Yeah, because last time they only had a stare off, and like I wanted more, like but no. But the thing is, like I feel like it's like the whole subversion thing because like it makes sense for Seth to turn heel. Because even I remember the night where like the CM Punk was like, I'm banged, I'm bruised. I had a hell in hell for this and that, but I'm gonna be gone for a while. Seth said like, oh, I hope you have a smooth recovery, this and that, because when you come back, I'm the one who's gonna end your career. He said that like dead ass, and I'm like in my mind, I'm like, you could literally have Seth turn like just do it. But the thing is like just changing the whole subversion and making Punk the heel in this scenario. It's like, it's like nobody expects that shit. And as you said, the crowd would love it. But like, it's just they're gonna have to find a way to kind of get the heat, And I feel like the heat would have to come. Oh shit!
This man's still connecting his little red lines on the board right now.
Shit. Yo, Silver, take this in. What about there's a
He still got the silly string going on the board.
No, I think Silver's gonna love this thing. Sorry, not gonna love this.
This man entered a different room and saw, oh shit, what about this one?
No,
wrapped it around that, ran back to his bedroom and wrapped it on that one.
this man found the gummies hanging from the tree.
No, 100%. The bean already kicked in.
10 years ago at this restaurant, these two were.
Okay, I'm gonna say this, and y'all gonna be like, yo, you fucking like, either you're a genius or like stay away from the booking committee, whatever. Okay.
I'm already on one side of that. I don't think
if they have a face-to-face, if they have a face-to-face on Raw, and they have like a moment, you guys seen the Xavier Woods and Nicole Kingston moment where they just went crazy against each other. Have a promo battle, boom, 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 and then what about if it's something along the lines where like, oh man, it gets too personal, like prior to that feud, and like Becky gets involved. The way you get Punk booed is like if he goes for a shot for Seth and he fucking knocks Becky.
I don't know, because honestly, there was, if you watch, if you saw the reaction online to Becky winning the world title in that battle royale, there were a lot of people comparing Becky to being like Hogan.
Okay,
it was so funny.
What if he intentionally hurts Becky though? Then it's like you gotta boo this man. Like if he GTS's her. Like if that's like
I don't think they're gonna do that because Punk is too much of a big seller. That's another big point. Is if you're a big seller, they're not gonna turn you heel because that's a possibility of them losing sales.
True.
A marketing aspect
and not to mention with Punk being married to AJ Lee, I'm not sure how she would feel about Punk hitting a GTS on a woman.
I think that'd be perfectly fine if AJ Lee like somehow.
Hey! It's hitting a GTS on a woman, not actually sleeping with the woman.
Yeah, because the bitch just got go to sleep. So he's not sleeping with Becky. It's actually
Sora, go back to playing with your catnip. The adults are talking.
Bro, Sora,
I'm gonna go get myself a Tylenol. I'll be right back.
I need an Advil. An Advil.
I didn't have enough drugs for this, apparently.
You should always just keep drugs
I didn't know we were supposed to do that before we came here. I missed that demo. Fuck.
Sorry, they're treating you like fucking Tatum Paxton playing with her dolls, bro. Like, stand up for yourself, bro. This is not fair, man.
As long as I have the GG doll, I'm fine.
W response. W. But no, realistically speaking, like, we're not, like, we're sounding like we're out of our minds, but, like, this is all just fantasy scenario. Realistically speaking, the baby faces should win. But Silver, I was asking you, though. But I was asking you, Silver.
Disagree.
But, Silver, I'm asking you, out of every scenario that we mentioned, honest, what would get you truly excited about wrestling? Like, which scenario from everything that you heard today would get you the most excited?
To be honest with you?
Yeah.
New Bloodline wins. You have Rock come out after the match. You just have Rock bottom Roman Reigns, and align himself with with Solo and the New Bloodline.
Okay, I'm okay with that. Because don't get me wrong, like
Roman an even bigger hurdle to overcome now that the Rock is involved.
Yeah, because I'm
it keeps Solo and like his bloodline strong because number one, they won.
Right.
Number two, now they have The Rock with them. They're even more unstoppable.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the Undertaker shut The Rock down or something.
Like, so you have a big critic, man. Like, honestly, man.
Zoe's just over there with the fucking gasoline trying to throw it on the fire. Like, come on!
But you know what's funny? I feel like this is my fault though. Like, I feel like I made such a good compelling point. Like, because Sora's never like that. I think I just sold the idea of the whole.
I just
thing.
like to
She's
watch
having
the world
fun
burn.
messing. I think she's doing it really to mess with you, Pika, because you're the one who keeps connecting all these random dots. And every time she mentions something, you're like, "Oh shit, yes, okay."
No, honestly, are you trolling me, or do you actually agree with everything?
No.
What do you want?
I should be allowed to respond to Sora right now.
Okay, go ahead.
Sora, speaking of Vaseline, when was the last time you put that Gigi doll in any kind of washing machine?
No comment.
Smart.
Yeah, exactly. Shut the fuck up and go back to your room. The adults are still talking.
Yeah,
Jeez.
Hey, I'm not gonna have you talk to Sora like that here. Sora's on the right side of history. Like, I think Sora believes in the cult.
Sora's gonna be on the right side of my foot up her ass.
So you see what it is? Like, you and I are in tune.
Boots rated E for everyone.
Exactly.
At least I didn't lose a job like at a prestigious place like Chase U.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my god!
Oh my goodness! See, now we definitely have to do a deadline prediction show. But no, we got the shits and giggles out of the way. Actually, no, Sora, what, like, all trolling aside, like, what would you
Sora
be?
officially never went.
Yeah. Oh no, definitely. Like, Sora said the whole punk. Yeah. Sora doubled down on what I said. But Sora, out of everything that we talked about, like, is the idea that you said is what you really want, or is there any of our ideas that you like the most?
I just want CM Punk to go to sleep on Roman Reigns. I think it'd be funny.
Thank you, bro. It's because the crowd, someone in the crowd's heart's gonna fucking drop. They're gonna, and you're gonna just see him and go, oh, and just smile. It's just like, okay. Another thing too is, like, cinema. We're in a cinema era. It's like everything's like done for like shock value and this and that. And what better cliffhanger than Punk turning heel? Is it the right thing to do? I don't know. Even I disagree on that shit because it's so easy to fuck it up. The way that Tree's saying it and the way you're saying it, it's so easy to kind of tell a cohesive story. So I'd rather, like, mostly Tree, because fuck the whole, like, something, like, because the thing is, the whole point of war games is everything to be contained within the war game. If you have Seth or anybody interfere while the match is going, it's like, well, what's the point of the cage? After match wise, like, hell yeah, have Seth.
You could even just it could even just be as simple as Seth's music hits or Drew's music hits.
I guess
like Punk gets distracted and then turns when the music ends and turns around into a finisher, like something like
definitely
that.
not turns out to a finisher.
No, but just as an example.
No, but in that
Seth
scenario,
doesn't come out, just play the music.
In that scenario, turns around that way. Yeah, that scenario gets turned around to a low blow. Like, it's gotta be a dirty. Like,
whatever. Just momentary distraction when he refocuses, he gets hit by something.
Right.
And that sets up the finish.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I just want something hype worthy that can come out of the show. And I feel like that would be. But then again, like Tree mentioned, what the hype worthy is, if they have Rock, like, because we don't know, because, like, I'll pay attention to, like, the build up, and I gotta see what they're gonna do on SmackDown. It's just, to me, I just, like, as a Canadian, like, resident myself, it's like I don't see them doing big movements in Canada. And it's like we had this talk, like, being Olympics and all this crazy crap, but I just don't see. I see Canada being a hot zone in the future because they've been doing so much Canadian pay-per-views now. But think about it, between the Survivor Series, Money in the Bank that we just had this year, and Elimination Chamber, when was the last time they actually had a pay-per-view in Canada? It's been like many years. Like, the last time was probably TakeOver. So it's like the company doesn't really value Canada as a hot market to do these, like, legendary angles. But if they have the Rock show up at Survivor Series, I'll bite my tongue and be like, hey, you know what? They did the right thing. But it's just, I don't know.
And like with Rock,
Yeah.
it makes sense
Yeah.
for it to be Survivor Series
But
because
I'll say this though.
that's one
I'll
of the
say this.
pay-per-views that's synonymous with him.
I'll say this though, and this is the other thing too, not the number one thing, but us thing that's giving me even more doubt. Saturday night's main event. What would be a big thing to talk about that show? You can literally do The Rock there, and it's in I'm assuming in the United States. So if I'm I'm making a prediction. Rock showing up. Okay, no, two predictions. He either shows up in Saturday night's main event, or he shows up the first Netflix of Rock, and not Survivor Series. And I'm gonna see how that ages, but that's my two picks. You know, because he's definitely showing up before the Rumble. Like I do 100% agree, but it's just those two shows. I hate to say it. Even the Raw, it's a fucking Raw on Netflix. It's still.
I don't think they're gonna have The Rock show up at the Netflix one.
I hope not.
Cena's gonna be there. I know that.
Yeah, I hope not, bro. But the thing is, I feel like they're gonna make that show like Raw 1000. If you remember Raw 1000, it was literally like big moment, big moment, big moment, big moment, big moment. Like, oh, we're gonna have Cash in the show. Oh, we're gonna have The Rock in the show. Oh, we're gonna have all these turns on the show. We're gonna have title changes in the show, and they're gonna probably make that show 3 hours. They're gonna treat. I'm telling you this right now. They're treating that Raw like it's pay-per-view. Let alone whatever Saturday Night main event. They're gonna treat that shit like it's a pay-per-view too. I feel WWE in WWE's eyes, they see those shows bigger than Survivor Series. They shouldn't. Survivor Series has more of a legacy. But then again, I keep reiterating that point. It's like I don't think Canada can have good things. I hope I'm wrong, and I can be like, holy crap. Last year, Punk returned, big Survivor Series moment. This year, Rock returns to Canada, bro. I don't know. Like but this is the thing though. That pops in me like amazing. Which is why I really want The Rock, because big Canada loves The Rock, dude. So like it might be ear shattering if he does show up. But I don't know if WWE has
The
plans
people's elbow?
Yeah. And one more thing too. Another thing why I feel like it's not the case too is the whole Cody thing too. If Cody was on that show, I'd be like, The Rock can be on that show too, because it's like The Rock and Cody have that connection. In the sense of whatever show Cody's on, it makes sense for the final boss to be on. That's why I envisioned him to see him in Bad Blood, because it wasn't that he came back for Roman, even though it kind of implied that shit. It was mostly because of Cody, because it was like the last thing he said before he left.
Yeah, but the thing is that I know that The Rock has wanted to have a match with Roman.
Yeah, and Cody too. I feel like go on.
He wasn't really. It wasn't. It's a match that the fans want. There's
like,
a difference.
Yeah, because you know what the thing is, like, I know it's not gonna happen, but the idea of Roman versus Punk at Mania for night 1, and then Cody versus Rock night 2, I would love that a lot more than Rock and Roman and because then Cody, I don't know what you're gonna do with Cody for Mania at that point.
Randy Orton.
You
set up the whole storyline between that.
Yeah, you're gonna have him after, because the thing is, the whole point of the Kevin Owens thing right now, it's like, you know, Randy Orton is somebody special in mind. You power drive him, this and that. But ultimately, you're gonna have Randy come back and be like, "Hey, you know what? Instead of being mad at KO for ending my career, I'm mad at you, Cody, for letting that happen."
What happens is now it gives Cody this sort of situation where it's like he is that top guy, you know. And Roman mentioned that once you're at top, you don't have any friends. Everyone that has aligned themselves with Cody is now turning on it. Puts this moment of Cody being like, who the hell am I able to trust? Everyone who was close to me keeps turning.
True.
All right, Silver. Forget storyline purposes wise. Match quality wise, Silver. You like what you say, or do you think the whole idea of like CM Punk and Roman and Cody and wait, what did I say? Cody and who? Cody and The Rock. Like, would you like that, or would you actually like the idea of like Randy with the whole thing you say? Because I feel like we've seen Cody and Randy like years ago. We've never seen Rock and like we've seen a tag match, and we saw like Rock win. And I feel like Cody needs to get back. But what do you think, so?
Honestly, I would be fine with either one.
Tree
did a really good pitch for it.
I want to see it. I want to see how good that pitch was. Got to your head.
Well, not only you have that going there, but also, you have their history of being together in the legacy. You know, you have history there that can like build the story and create more like, oh shit,
I know, but SummerSlam. SummerSlam would be cooler. Have The Rock in, which one on Cody at Mania. Have Cody get his win back on The Rock, retain his WWE title, and then use that summer build to make Randy because I feel like it's just too soon bringing him back. Just like you're painting him as like he's old, he's frail, he's he's one career away from ending this and that. For him to kind of be like, I'm stabbing back into reality. KO, I fucking hate what you did.
Think about all the times that Randy has helped Cody and how he has eyed Cody's title every time.
Right. No, I've noticed that.
There's small hints of that.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
I feel like they're kind of hinting at a possibility down the road.
Yeah, I guess they can do the other way around. I guess because ultimately, if you do have Randy versus Cody at Mania, Cody retains. But then what it is then you're giving The Rock the title at SummerSlam. I'd rather Randy, get the title at SummerSlam than The Rock. Like, hey, it's over. What do you think? Someone's getting that title.
Or you have Randy beat Cody at Mania for the title.
Oh God!
And have Rock and Cody be non-title.
Oh, yeah. Wait. Okay, I like that.
That's my whole thing with what is it? That's the Liv and Rhea situation that's going on. I think that Io should beat Liv, and Rhea be the reason why. So that way, that title is no longer involved in their rivalry. In all honesty, I don't think the title needs to be in the Rhea and Liv rivalry right now.
It doesn't know.
That's why I feel that they need to give it to Io.
I guess in a quick your thoughts, Tree, because you're informed with what's going on around. Like, who do you think is going to win or be the first ever IC women's champion?
The women's IC champion? I don't know yet.
Oh, you don't know?
I honestly don't have an opinion. I have one for the women's United States. I think it should be Chelsea Green. I honestly think it should be. The amount of work she has done, she actually is cheered now. She's supposed to be a heel, but she's getting cheers.
Yeah.
Oh, and with the amount of work she's put in, she deserves something.
By the way,
I feel that giving her that.
That's another reason why I was pushing the whole I wish that they did it in time for the women U.S. title to be happening at Survivor Series because that's her hometown, isn't it? Like Chelsea, like having Chelsea in the finals, the crowd would go crazy if she would have won in her hometown.
Oh, they were going crazy for it at multiple different times. They went crazy for her in that women's battle royale back when it was here in Columbus. Yes, I'm in Columbus.
Yeah.
I ain't afraid. They
yeah, Cloud.
Shots fired. Okay, that's it.
But there was a bit of cheering for Chelsea there at Money in the Bank.
No Money Back.
Remember how loud they were getting for Chelsea Green to win it?
So I can tell you, like that was my pick to win.
But Chelsea Green is from Canada.
Yeah, she definitely is from Canada. Yeah. I agree. Yeah. I don't know. I was just talking Silver, and like, we're thinking about early names, and like I said, like Dakota Kai or Lyra Valkyria for like.
I think those are good picks. They have been doing some promotion with both of them as of late.
Right. Because I think it's almost certain that like
I don't know if they give it to Dakota right out of the gate.
No, I don't think so.
I wish they did. I like Dakota Kai. The issue is that I think they need to wait a bit because I'm gonna be honest, she's a little injury prone.
Oh,
and it sucks with how some of the time she gets injured.
I
know one of her times of getting injured was because somebody else was injured in a match and she was trying to protect them and make sure they weren't taking a bad bump. I think it was when Liv.
Liv and Raquel
possibly was injured and she was trying to protect her to make sure she didn't take a really bad bump and injured herself in protecting Liv.
Right. I know. And that's
but Dakota has had so many injuries in her career.
Right.
It's like it sucks.
It's
like
suck,
I don't know if you give it to her. I think you it's a real risk. It'd be nice for them to, but it's a risky person to give it to because
it's like pulling the trigger on Balor when for the Universal title.
I mean, it would be a risky person to give it to, but it could all. But if she did claim it and Io did win her title match, it could be getting the gold into damage control again.
Yeah, because that's ultimately what I do see. I hate to say it, like think about the bigger picture, guys, here, because we talk about Bloodline, we talk about Judgment Day and how they just took over WWE. I think Damage Control is really gonna take over, like, are gonna be that third faction to take over, and I'll tell you why. Now that they implemented an IC title, if you give that shit to Dakota, and Io wins the world title from Liv Morgan, we don't know what the status of the women's tag team titles is going to be. I think Asuka's coming back soon. Have Asuka.
I know she's been out because she had surgery.
Yeah. Oh, Asuka?
Yeah.
You
know about that?
Surgery? No, I know about surgery, but was it recent or was it like?
I don't know how recent it was, but I do know that.
I heard, yeah.
She did get. It was like, I guess their match against. Was it Bianca? It was like after the Bianca and Jade.
That was like earlier in the year. Yeah. No, I heard about it, but I think like I was telling Sora, I feel like it's like it seems like it's about the right time that like she would come back, but the thing is like Rumble, perhaps. Like I really think like a Rumble, like her, because Silver. I think Silver's gonna love this, but her being number 30, yeah, that shit. I don't know, man. I don't know. That shit might hit like crack. but no, really the division I'm thinking is like Kabuki Warriors, women's tag team champions, IC title, Dakota Kai and Io Sky. They have the monopoly of all WWE, at least for Raw. And also all WWE because the WWE women's tag titles are both brands. So that's my vision for like 2025, and I think Sora, you agree with that, right? Like, you see the vision.
I just want to see Damage Control in control for once.
You see, like Sora's even sounding like being a part of Damage Control. I love this shit.
Even Sora's starting to sound like she's not one of the adults in the room.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say like the sensei from Karate Kid. I was about to say, yo, insensitive, bro. I'm gonna cancel you.
No, I'm not gonna disrespect Miyagi like that. The fuck?
One more thing, Jackie.
You're not gonna catch me disrespecting Mr. Miyagi of all people. He's too much of a legend.
Right. But I feel like we got like basically everything that we want to get out for the show. We're like kind of on a split. Basically, two of us think the heel team's gonna win, two of us think the babyface, but we'll see though. But is there anything else you want to like bring up, Silver? Or you think that's?
I was gonna ask if any of you guys have any final thoughts that you want to share.
I think
Chelsea versus Michin.
Chelsea versus Michi.
Chelsea's redemption,
Scrap the whole.
She got thrown in the dumpster.
Scrap the whole women's Wargames match and just give us a traditional Survivor Series 5v5 with the NXT women.
Scrap the women's Wargame match and just give us Cody versus Kevin. Nah.
Oh, bro, why'd you mention that? Now they're gonna go on that rant. No, but seriously, WWE doesn't have the balls for that though. Like, I thought you would at least be like, hey, you know what? I know this is probably a bad idea, but like, let's just test the waters. Like, because they're not gonna recreate that reaction again. Like, everyone's gonna be on Cody's side the next night, unless it keeps polluting and everyone's saying they jump the bandwagon. They're like, oh, KO's the right, But I really think
I know nobody would agree with me on this, but
I'm not booing Cody.
Do you think one of the reasons why WWE doesn't have the balls to do it is because they don't want to give the Canadian fans Kevin beating Cody?
Yeah. They don't want to give the Canadian. Yeah, exactly. No, but hold on though. So you're on that route where you think KO should you think Cody?
He's probably not the first name I would come up with, but I wouldn't be against it.
I wouldn't be against it either.
Kevin, it's been a long time coming for Kevin to win a world title again.
Oh yeah, it's been like years.
Especially with all the work he did with Austin and
the double main event.
He's more than earned another run with a top title.
I agree, but sadly, the only top
won't give it to him.
Yeah, sadly, the only top title I really see him, and I hope they prove me otherwise, is the World Heavyweight title. I think post WrestleMania he's going to Raw and he's going to win the world title. But
consolation prize.
Yeah, but I'll say this though: if you're gonna do it, just don't give it to him. Make him win KO in the bank, please. I've been asking for that for how many fucking years? Give me KO in the bank. All right, but yeah, that's all I got to really say. Tree, do you have any final things you wanna?
Nope.
Okay. Craig, do you have anything to say, Craig? Bro, Craig wasn't talking the whole time. Did he mute, bro? What's going on? Sorry.
Craig is just listening to all of us and going, these dumb sons of bitches.
You know what's funny? Because I'm looking at his picture, bro. He's not even smiling. He's just like legit like perturbed. He's like, what?
Like, he's so nervous listening
Yeah.
to these plebes.
Yeah. I guess on a final
I think
note,
we
like,
lost him when PK was going down the conspiracy route.
Yeah. Sort of helped my case though. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
I don't know. I think she was trying to just lead you on at that point.
Oh shit! You know what's gonna be funny when we come back to this and like that happens. Like the irony is like gonna be so crazy.
Wait, no, I'll tell you.
Okay.
I'll tell you
What
exactly.
happens when it doesn't happen?
Oh, when it doesn't happen, we're just gonna treat like like this whole conversation didn't happen. And we just move on with it. But
if I'm wrong, this never happened. But if I'm right, then you need to respect everything about me.
I'm not saying respect everything about me. I'm just saying just accept it. It's funny. Like, that's all.
No, Clyde, I'll tell you exactly what Sora's doing.
What?
What's Sora's picture?
Harley Quinn.
Exactly.
Sora, I've been trolling this whole time, bro. Like, you got me so happy, bro. I thought it was so like,
Sora is playing that chaotic, stupid character.
I told you I'm fucking Clayface, not Joker, son of a.
What's that, Fenton?
All right, so we're gonna wrap up the video. I don't even want to be here anymore. Fuck that shit, bro.
Well, on the back of Pika's imminent self-deletion,
not like that.
This has been WWE Survivor Series 2024 War Games. Hopefully all of you.
Tell me you heard that shit.
I just hope it was caught on the recording, because if not, I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah, because I hit the soundboard, and hopefully it will be, but we'll see. We'll say that again.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. The pay-per-view is Saturday at 3 in the afternoon?
Basically.
Yeah. Everyone enjoy. Hopefully people get what they wanted. And hopefully we get that Addy so that we can watch a real fight.
Bro, if you guys want to face me brawl for all, bro, I box for a living, bro. I'm ready for that shit, bro. All jokes aside, bro, I love y'all.
He doesn't box, but he does know how to jump off a cliff.
Oh yeah.
Do this for Nezuko!
I'm doing this for Nezuko! We're just gonna do it. Oh, that would actually be hilarious. You've never seen it for years, but imagine somebody tries to jump the barricade and try to enter Wargames. I hope they get fucked up.
Or Jacob Fatu was like, I'm doing this for Solo! I love you, Solo!
I love you, Solo! Dude, I love Jacob, man. Oh, by the way, that's a future main event for WrestleMania. Jacob Fatu versus Braun Breaker. I love seeing it. I see that being the John Cena Batista. You know how they build up that match all these years. They're they never face. That's gonna be this generation's John Cena Batista. I'm calling it. That being said, though, tune in, bro. Oh, by the way, I don't know if it's gonna be a last pay-per-view on the. Wait, is it still gonna be a pay-per-view on Peacock, or is everything going to Netflix?
I think it's still gonna be all under Peacock.
Okay. Yeah. Hopefully, whenever they fix Netflix, they just move everything there, even the pay-per-views, because I want them watching a live pay-per-view on Netflix.
Yeah, I don't think they'll do the pay-per-views at Netflix probably until they see how their show, because Netflix's ability with live shows is not great.
Right.
I'm sure WWE is starting to be like,
Yeah, but you know what's funny though? I feel like it's gonna get better, and I have trust in Netflix only for the fact that look at the early years of the WWE network, if you remember. That shit was bad. That shit was cutting. You remember Silver, right? When we were watching fucking 2015 Royal Rumble. I swear to God, when Seth went for the 450 splash on Brock, I didn't see it. It cut him.
Right.
So in my mind, I'm like, did he ever hit that 450? I'm not that Phoenix splash. To this day, I don't think he hit that shit.
I don't think so.
Yeah, but yeah.
At least all the GMs are better than Dario.
Hey, Dario does it for the money.
No, Dario did it for The Rock. He did it for the people.
Yeah, and also shout out to Tony Khan, man. Keep ruining AEW. Because I see the ratings. That company's gonna go under. I give it 3 more years, honestly. Actually, no, it's never gonna really go under because he's just being paid by his dad's a billionaire. He's keeping him money. When his dad stops giving him money, I feel like that's when AEW will be on his last year. But I don't know. They gotta change it though, regardless, because like the whole like product and this and that. It's just WWE stole the buzz from 2019 to 2021. Everyone was raving by AEW, saying like, "Oh yeah, this is the new generation of wrestling." And then all of a sudden, it's like, "Oh, never mind. This guy's just being a hypocrite. He's actually just doing what Vince is doing." And, like, because I still can't breathe. Like, I don't want to talk about it because this is another match. We'll save it for like another video. It's like the whole like Penta thing, not Penta thing, the Phoenix thing. That shit pissed me off. I'm sorry. If somebody wants to get out of their contract, get them out of their contract. Oh, but they're gonna go to the Fed, bro, and they're gonna give him so much ratings and this and that. But okay, so just get him out of his contract. No, I don't want him going to WWE, so I'm gonna tack on injury time. Oh, but like you're being a hypocrite though, because you're saying the WWE would do that. Vince would do that. Like Vince's whole job. Remember when he had Mustafa Ali in jail? He was like, "Oh, like I'm not letting this guy go. I'm not Vince." Okay. when everybody wins, and I don't want to talk about the Ricky Starks. This is not an AEW show, but the Ricky Starks thing, I'm gonna talk off here because I think once I tell Silver what happened with that, like you're gonna get so mad. Like that shit's actually kind of stupid, and it's all because of it. I'll sum it up in a sense of like how like when Punk had that interview with Harold Lawani and like it kind of hurt like Tony Khan's feeling and it kind of like exposed the business a lot. So a guy named Ricky Starks, very popular AEW name guy, like he basically said things on I think Fred Van Vliet, I think, is the guy who does the interviews on YouTube, and he said something along the lines of like like he doesn't fully agree with like a lot of things Tony did, this and that. Tony saw that shit, got mad, and said, "Oh, I wasn't already booking you, and I was gonna just keep you at home but still pay you this and that. But you know how you said you were doing all those GCW dates? You're not doing them anymore. You're cut from that show. But John Moxley and MVP and fucking you name it, you guys can be on that show." So basically, he's punishing Ricky Starks for just basically being himself on an interview. So yeah, talk about a good boss, by the way. But yeah, when I heard about shit, I was like, "Yo, fuck this guy, bro!" Like, like I get it. Like your company's crumbling, and like you just hate it. Like to the point where it's like anybody from AEW that goes, like, oh, it was already bad enough when I got the knife in my back of Cody Rhodes, but now with the CM Punk thing, like you stabbed the sword in my chest now. Okay, now I'm just like I'm dying.
He did that to himself.
Wait, what the whole thing? Oh, absolutely, he did that shit to himself. But the thing is, he listened to his what do we call it? His what do they call it? The committee, the whatever. Like because Brian was like, "Yeah, get this guy out of here," and he listened to him. Ultimately, he never truly made the choice to fire Punk. He listened to his committee, and they did it for him. Basically, he approved it, obviously, because he says final says or whatever. But regardless, he did that to himself. Cody was a big dagger. And anybody else, even on a mid-card level, upper mid-card, like let's say LA Knight level, if they go to WWE, it's the end of the world for AEW at this point. AEW's like on life support type of shit, so it's like, oh, okay. So it's like, for now, Tony's riding the coattails of Mercedes and Tony Storm and what's the other flavor of the month? Will Ocean Spray. But wait for Will Ocean Spray. Then stop mentioning. I want that dude back on the Twitter so bad. What the fuck, dude? And also MJF, dude. They're kind of ruining MJF too. It's like he was such a big commodity like a couple years ago. Now he just feels like he's a nobody. Yeah, he has all the talent to be a somebody. The moment and this is the big thing, and I want to end off the whole podcast of this. If you have the right machine backing you, you're becoming the biggest star of all of wrestling. AEW has MJF. He should be the biggest star. They're using, people like, Samoa Joe, Swerve, Adam Hangman Page, whatever, you name it. Yet you have MJF to be the poster child. But no, we're going to have these other guys be the poster child. And then just utilize them in a storyline with Adam Cole right now that's just, like, no one's talking about it. And I get it. Like, it's already a flawed storyline. Adam was supposed to be heel. Adam's supposed to be babyface. MJF's supposed to be heel, but Adam got injured. Now we're flipping the roles, and this and that. It's like, oh, Adam Cole's babyface and MJF is heel. And it's like, I get it. It's a culture thing, but it's just, like kill the storyline, move on, give him a title, make him a continental champion, do something. I'm thinking in my mind, it's like MJF has like post, whenever you make a deal with somebody and you should regret your deal. Like he's like, fuck, I really wish I didn't sign AEW again because now I'm gonna have to stay for another 2-3 years, deal with this bullshit, for one big like internet moment whenever I make my debut in a Rumble, because you know that's where it's gonna be when MJF like. I'll be surprised if he debuts anything but a Rumble, but when that happens, you know he's gonna become the biggest star. He's basically the star of the year. But until then, you know, like MJF, enjoy your cons because you know the tower's crumbling soon. You know that collection are definitely gonna come and you know they're gonna rank. Oh, by the way, what's keeping this company alive is also the media deal. You lose the Warner shit, and that shit becomes on demand, and you know shit's on TNA level at that point. But TNA actually had a peak, you know, but that's either here or there. But that's my final statement. I can talk about it all day, but that's Survivor Series, folks. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Enjoy the show.
Yeah.
And since we're recording this on Thanksgiving night, happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Yep.
Peace.
Peace out.